Yeah, we said should be right here. I'm an hour early. Because of the Adam Azim Kurt Scooby fight. Kurt Scooby-Doo fight is on now, and this is a worthwhile fight. This is a worthwhile fight to watch. So, you know, we have to commentate on it for the funds. Bang Daddy Paddy. Is that Triple B in the gold shirt and sunglasses next to Eddie? Yeah, I've seen that picture. I have got a shirt similar to it, but yeah. But Kurt Scoby looks extremely muscular, even more muscular than Richard Riakporhe, who just decimated Tommy Welch. I'm uploading a video about it now. It was a devastating performance. It wasn't unexpected. I betted on it. You know, I just thought Welch looked small next to the giant muscular Riakporhe. And this fight is interesting. Kurt Scoby. He has been stopped by Dakota Linger, a hillbilly, in a big upset. However, Scoby can punch. Scoby can punch. And Azim, we don't know if he can take a punch. Zandre Tuba, it's me funds, the speed, the power, the accuracy. It's all there tonight, brother. The live starts now. Great to see my man. Great to see my man. Check his channel out at all times. I don't know. I didn't watch any of the first fights, but I watched Riakporhe, Tommy Welch. I had a bet. On Welch to be knocked out within 2 rounds, and he was. I believe it was a free bet as well, a £5 free bet. So I only won like £17.50, but for a free bet, that's pretty sweet. Free money is free money. I thought the guy in the Spanglish shirt was Lamar White. Yeah, I haven't really been concentrating much on ringside people. You know what I'm saying? But this Kurt Scoby is ridiculously muscular, like too muscular. But he has got power. If he catches Adam Azim on the chin, I'm surprised he got this fight so early. It's only 7:30, and one of the biggest fights on the bill is already happening. Maybe Tottenham Hotspur have a restriction on what time you can show events. Maybe that's why all the fights can be early. But I'm here and I'm back. And Scott Welch's son Tommy just got ironed out by Riakporhe, who looked ridiculously muscular. Riakporhe, who allegedly had been shafting Madonna. Well, Tommy Welch was on his back more times than Madonna. Well, she probably prefers the face down, ass up position. But it's like I said, I think this is an interesting fight. Azim has been very tentative. I think he knows he's got a dangerous guy in front of him. And losing, he's more talented, Azim, but losing a fight like this at this stage will cost him millions because he is, like a prospect, a big name. There's a lot of money in boxing, in tickets and stuff for the Asian community. Alpha BMW, great to see you, bro. Great to see you. Good to see you again, brother. I hope you're doing well. I'm doing okay, man. I'm doing a lot better. I haven't seen you for a bit. It's great to see you, man. Are you watching the fights? I've got a stick. Apparently, right? They're meant to be like stopping all the sticks working now, but I ain't got no problem. And where there's a will, where there's a will, there's a way. As Don said in Sexy Beast, where there's a fucking will, there's a fucking way. Yeah, and there was always a will when it should be. Is here for the funds. So I haven't really been concentrating. I should be. I think Azim is starting to come forward, so maybe he thinks that he's hurt Scoby. Scoby is so over muscled, I would say, but he can punch, so he is dangerous. he's not landing anything of any significance. And he keeps missing. He's one of those wild, muscular guys. So round two just ended. I think you have to turn up some sort of tracking on the sticks, then you're all good. I don't care anyway. They can come and get me, man. What are you going to do, man? Come and get me. Come and knock on my door and get my stick. I don't give a shit, man. I haven't had to do anything. I'm watching it. And I've always got links. I've always got streams. I've always got links. You know what I'm saying? I'm not paying for this. As I said, every time I said if a bill is good and the fights are good and the undercard is good, I will pay for it. But if you're going to serve up trash, garbage like this, like Conor Bum v Eubank 2, which nobody cares about, allegedly it's unfinished business, and there's the respect. Yeah? I mean, you know, I just don't care. At the end of the day, I'm just uploading a video as we speak because I didn't realize this fight would start. I'm uploading a video on Tommy Welch React board, so you could find out what I thought about it, the fight. You can find out whether Welch had any chance, how he did. If you saw the fight, then you know what happened. You know what happened. He got KO'd. He did okay in the first round, but Riakporhe looks so muscular and so ripped and broad-shouldered. It's kind of embarrassing to suggest that this guy might actually be, natural and not be juicy. Mate, this is genetics. Otto Wallin said, he's never failed a test. You believe that shit. You believe anything. Anyway, it's quite interesting testing in boxing because Joseph Packett just failed a test, albeit for cocaine. Railway, hi, Chubby. Great to see you here, as always. Always here, my man. Bless you. Yep, I sure am. Hoping for Eubank KO, but said that I put £20 on Benn TKO. I reckon the fix is in. The referee's going to jump in and give him the stoppage later on. I have gone for Conor Bum points at 4-1. I think Benn coming in heavier, 3 pounds heavier than he did last time. He's younger. He's fresher. He hasn't had that many tough fights. Eubank looked bashed up last time. The rehydration clause, which both fighters have to adhere to, will affect Eubank more. I just have the feeling that Benn will outwork Eubank, and we'll see. He threw a lot of punches last time. He wasn't very accurate. But my bet, by that I mean the value bet, is Benn on points for me. Is Benn on points, and we'll see. I've already won one bet so far, a free £5 bet on Riakporhe to win within 2 rounds, and I was getting frustrated because Riakporhe was like lazy, he's messy, and the referee kept on giving Welch loads of time, but he got the stoppage. So let me just upload my video. I got a couple of good videos ready for you guys coming tomorrow. I might upload it tonight even. So we're watching the Azim Scoby fight. Scoby looks a bit tired, which is not surprising. What are your pre-match thoughts on this fight? You didn't have time to say it. I didn't make a prediction, but I put a £5 bet on Scoby to win by KO just because I thought he's very strong and can punch, and he may land a wild punch. I got like 9-1. I would assume Azim will win, maybe by late stoppage as Scoby tired. Scoby got stopped by Dakota Linger, who's like a hillbilly journeyman, tough but journeyman. So, did you mean Conor Bum? If you mean Conor Bum, Eubank's Conor Bum points. Benn will win because he won't force an early finish like last time. Just outbox him to an early stoppage, to a late stoppage, where Eubank will be moaning about a stoppage. Remember I said this. Well, that's likely, and then I'll have a third fight. and then everyone gets paid again. And that's the problem with boxing. They know that there's always money in a rematch. I don't think this specific fight is going to make money. I can't believe people would pay-per-view this because you know, we already had the first fight. It was a clear victory for Eubank in most people's eyes. Yeah, it's freezing. It's November. It's $24.99 on pay-per-view. If you buy a ticket, you know, you got to sit in the rain. There's no title at stake. There's two people from different weight divisions. I have a funny feeling Benn will get the win tonight. I hope he wins on points because I want to win money. I have no dog in the game from a charisma perspective. I think Benn gets given a lot of grief. I don't think it's all fair. There are a lot of cheaters in boxing, but like monetary reasons, for financial reasons, I want to win, and I won't win a lot. The £20 is £20, and I've already won $17.50 off a free bet on Richard Reactpool. I can't do decision in this day and age on a fight like that with the early British stoppages. Yeah, true, and you have to worry about British refs. They're extremely biased. Now, I haven't really been concentrating on this fight, but it seems Azim is winning, but he's not taking any risks. He's outboxing Kurt Scooby-Doo. But I just want Scoby to land a huge muscular punch on Azim's chin and knock him out. Then I win money, and upsets are good for boxing. Upsets are good for boxing. Azim is obviously a well-promoted future star if he carries on doing well, but we'll see. Who's the golden guy in the golden jacket next to Ben Shalom? Someone said it was a Triple B, but it ain't. I bought it through Amazon. What? You can watch through Amazon? They still had a sneaky subscription through Amazon, but hopefully be easily cancelled. They keep trying to screw you into more months, the charlatans. Yeah, I mean, they always have these, and they make it difficult. Some of these companies make it very difficult to cancel something once you're in there. And certainly, they make it very difficult to contact customer services. But Scooby looks like he has that one-punch power, but he's got 16 KOs and 18 wins and only one loss, albeit by stoppage. But he can definitely punch. He just needs to land. He's not very skillful. And the fact this muscularity makes me think he will gas a bit. You know? He's getting hit, but not cleanly. You know, it's an inch thing rather than a good fight thus far. I don't think it will happen. I feel Turkey Al-Sheikh won't allow it. Like Hamza Shiraz fight where he was manipulating the scorecards. I saw him get, what? You mean Azim? Or you mean Benn? Eubank. Simon Hill, any links? I ain't paying 25 to watch Catterall fight on the other. Oh, I forgot. I've got to sit through Catterall now. I forgot about that. Oh, blood clot. I've got to sit through Catterall now. I forgot about that. I'm surprised that they put Azim on so early at 7:30. That's crazy, right? A double B, yes, selector. We in the house. We here for the funds. Yes, I can watch through Amazon Prime TV. But do you have to pay pay-per-view, bro, or is it just part of the subscription? I assume it's pay-per-view, right? Carol V's Echo Esserman is the equivalent of watching two low-layer UFC women fight. I don't think it's that bad, bro. I don't think it's that bad, but it's certainly not something that's likely to put me on the edge of my seat. Esserman is a gutsy guy, but I think Catterall is a very clever boxer. He's also very patient, you know. Defense is number one when you got Catterall fighting, so he's not exciting, but he's a very good fighter. Yes, it's £25 as an add-on. Blood clot. You got to pay. So you got to pay 25 quid whether you're on DAZN or whether you're on Amazon. So Carl Frampton. So he's got Azim winning by 40-36. So he has. So and I'd agree with that, but I haven't really been concentrating. Yeah, well, this pay-per-view fight didn't need a rematch. It was a conclusive finish first. It's conclusive. It was. I mean, I thought actually Benn it was a lot closer than they said it, but I got my drink on, so I can't really trust myself. And I think most people and punch stats, which I don't trust either, would say that Eubank won clearly. So why do we need another one? And why do they call it unfinished business? It is finished business. If it was close, if it was controversial, it might be unfinished business, but it ain't. I want to hear the action. But Addison's just shouting all the time. It's so distracting. He's got worse. And more melodramatic. And what are we going to see? Oh, and that's a beautiful fight. And will the referee stop it? Just shut up, man. Let the action talk. Watch the action. Like Otawalin sitting in the cock chair. That golden pullover was well worth the investment with the cowboy hat and shades. Really makes him stand out. You have to be a very, very special human being to pull it off. What, the guy in the crowd? Yeah, I'm just looking at him right now, man. What is that gold coat? Who is he? Does anyone know who he is? He's sitting next to Benn Shalom Shalom. Is he a rabbi? I don't know. I got some early round bets for Eubank and some Eubank TKO. I mean, I say good luck to you. But obviously, I'm going for Conor bomb points, so that's what I'm hoping for. I mean, the main thing is I want to see a good fight, right? Especially when I'm staying up watching this kind of thing. I want to see a good fight. Josh Kelly's back with rematch room. He's got a hard fight in the IBF title, yeah, against, I could never pronounce the name, Murtazaliev or something. He's the guy that KO'd Tim Tszyu, and I told you, they had Tim Tszyu a 4-1 favorite. I told everyone, get on this guy, unbeaten guy from Dagestan area. Imagine, and the champion, imagine putting Tszyu 4-1, and he destroyed him. And I think Josh Kelly is a classy fighter, but he lacks something. And he got knocked out by Avanesian, which is not good. It's not a good predictor for the future. I think he will get blasted out. Probably 8 rounds. 8 rounds. I like Rick Reno. He's a cool dude. I like how he takes center stage through the face-offs, relegating Hernan Warren. I like that. What, is that the guy with the jacket? The sequin gold jacket? Rick Reno, Ring Magazine CEO and the Gold Jumper. Oh, okay, yeah. So, yeah, I mean, I like how a bit of style, man. I like a guy that will look a bit different. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know who he was. So thank you for that. Thank you for telling me. I think he must have a lot of power. He must have a lot of power if he's the Ring Magazine CEO. So I'm just getting my chain out, you know what I'm saying? Getting my chain out for the fight. Scoby needs to do more. He's losing these rounds. I don't think anyone will imagine Scoby to win on points unless he scores a few knockdowns. He's got to hurt Adam Azim, and he hasn't so far. And he's crude. Yes, he hits hard. Yes, he's muscled, but he's crude. Azim he's on the back foot again, Azim. And he's boxing carefully because he knows you can outbox him and he doesn't want to take risks. You know, Azim, and I want to see him hit on the chin. Simon Hill, Hutchinson vs Ezra Taylor's an intriguing fight. I've got Hutchinson on points. It is a good fight. I like Hutchinson. He's quite based. I think that's a good prediction. I think the bookies have it roughly even. Apparently, Dinah Ross is there, but someone has teamed her jacket and he's I thought you'd been serious. Isn't she brown bread? Like Joe Frazier? Like Steve Bunt said about Joe Frazier? What's the referee doing? Oh, he's warning the fighter who's not the promoter's fighter for using his head. Well, of course he is. Because he's a British ref. So he's distrustful. Yeah. Now, if anybody wants to show love, you can Super Shekel. Or you can Bitcoin, you can Litecoin. I think it's in the description. I think I put it in. You can buy me a coffee, buy me a beer, super sticker, super shack. Show some love if you want, because this is a community channel. And they've been lowering my views because I did some real red pill videos about Klitschko, the PIMP, about World War II, Yeah, about other stuff, about the hunts, how they in the Balkan War, there's this big case going on where innocent people, including children, in fact, you paid more to whack children, were being hunted by rich people. And we always knew about that. If you read Pilled, you knew that always happened. And there's films about it, Hard Target, stuff like that. So I've been further shadow banned. Let them do it. When you're fighting a global monopoly like Google and YouTube, you either succumb and become weak, and follow their orders, follow their restrictions, or you have guts and you speak truth. And that's what we do at the Triple B channel. So hit them super shekels. Now. Where's Shane Bogus, man? Shane Bogus said that Kirsty was going to be in her underwear tonight. And he was thinking of auctioning off her underwear to any buyers. It was better than buying Ebony Bitch's underwear. I'll tell you that for nothing. All right, well, let's look at what's happening. Oh, man. This looks, at this point, like a 12-round fight. Although Scoby might tire and get stopped. He's got some nice body shots, Azim. But it looks like a spar to me. I'm not saying that Scoby's been paid off. But he's not effective. He's not doing anything. And then I've got to go through 12 rounds of Jake Catterall, his Echo estimate. It's going to be a boring night, guys. I'm sorry. The Conor Eubank fight will probably go distance as well. So we've got some distance fights lined up. But, that's boxing. That's boxing, and that's what we've got to put up with. I've got a really good video coming out. I've made it, and it'll be coming out tomorrow morning or maybe tonight about Joe Frazier Jr.'s son, Derek Frazier. He's extremely fruity. Let me see if I can pull this up just to give you a preview of what we're talking about. Let's see this fruit. Look at it. Let's have a look at this fruit. That's Joe Frazier's son, Derek Frazier. Look at this fruit. So I've got a video on him coming up, right? It's uploading. If you want to see some horrors, you watch the video. Make sure you eat before you watch the video, because afterwards you're not going to want to eat. Pay-per-view for Catterall was like pay-per-view for Huey Fury. Yeah, terrible, really. I mean, Catterall just sends up someone to sleep, but I would I'll pay ringside. I will pay ringside to watch Otto Wallin versus Huey Fury just for the lols, just for the trolling. Joe Frazier would want to slap him. Yeah. Look, let me show you another picture of this fruit. He loves a cowboy hat. There's a picture of him dancing, which is just horrible, man. This is Joe Frazier's son, Derek Frazier. Look at him. Look at him. Joe Frazier's son. Look at this fruit. Mincing around. Yeah? Anyway, like I said, watch my video because it's coming out. And, it's a good one. It's very, very, very creepy. There's another picture of the mincer. Look at him mincing. He loves a cowboy hat and he loves a white boy too. And you'll see that in the video when I upload it. I mean, poor Joe Frazier. Cock smoking Joe. Yeah, poor guy, man. Carfoch vs Azim. Who wins now? I mean, Carfoch is way bigger and he looks in super shape, but he's still 48. I mean, Azim could put on weight. I assume Azim would be too young. Carfoch via EDL chart. Yeah, that whole, Froch has controlled opposition, man. He joined YMCA, big gay cowpoke. I mean, it's horrifying. When I found out, I was like, you were having a bubble. Joel Frazier's son, is a fruit. And not only that, he's a bear. He's a big, hairy bear. So Azim is coming forward. He's putting in more viciousness. He's putting in body shots. But Scoby's still throwing. You know, he's still there. But I don't know. He seems to have lost any explosiveness he had, any power. Oh, of course, he hits Azim slightly low, and the referee will give him a big talking to. Why? Because he's not the promoter's fighter. Yeah. I don't even recognize these referees, but I always know they're wrong-uns. I always know they're wrong. And Adam Smith is getting all excited, and I guarantee, even in the last fight, Welch gets react where he goes, and they're showing each other respect. It's great to see, isn't it, Barry? Just come up with some new lines, you piece of shit. Foster, Howard Foster's the biggest wrong, without a doubt. Without a doubt. Joshua would love to fight I mentioned this in my video. Joshua would love to fight Frazier's son, especially getting in a clinch. The horror. So Eubank's here. Eubank's coming in with his dad. Oh, what a story. Senior's here with his... They played that already, that narrative. We don't care. Senior's here. They're all wrong-uns. The Eubank family. Adam Smith, father and son are here yet again. He's such a bum. Peter Richards in the house. Great to see you, Peter Richards. Should what have I missed? I was watching Wales vs Japan. What was that? Football or rugby? Oh, Benn's coming in too. You know, Benn's coming in. They're warming up the crowds. One of the fans is there. A couple of me fans are actually there at the fight. So I wonder how they see it. What have you missed? You missed Tommy Welch getting knocked out in 2 rounds by Richard Riakporhe, which I predicted. I'm sorry I didn't do a preview, but I posted a video about it. And I had a free £5 bet. I put Riakporhe in the first 2 rounds. It came right. Riakporhe is ridiculously muscular. He's probably got the same doctor as Gay J. Rugby league or rugby union, bro? I assume Japan. I don't know that they play league. They might do. I don't know. Without further ado, retro and the bomber tattoo is in no way connected to the tragedy that happened at the Ariana Grande concert. Manchester will never forget. He's such a bum, Adam Smith. I can't believe DAZN, out of all the people they could pick, thought, you know what we're going to do? We're going to get Adam Smith back in the game. All you got to do is look at forums. You got to look at Facebook, social media, and find out what people think of this piece of shit. He's a bum. He knows nothing about boxing. He's melodramatic. He repeats the same phrases. Eubank Senior has had 250 G's in that little purse he's holding. Father of the Year, yeah. Father of the Year. Did you see my video on the Eubank family? How he farmed off his own kids to some random woman he met in Germany, a random American woman. He farmed them off. To a stranger where they lived in America for a few years, and they used to indulge in threesome union. Wells won in injury time. Oh, I was like an underdog. But isn't it true to say, Peter, that like half of the Japanese team are not truly Japanese? They're like based in Japan, or they're like US military, or last time I watched it, there was a lot of like non-Japanese guys, man. I did. Yes, it was an eye-opener. Thank you, man. I'm glad you watched my video. Anyone check it out? Hit the super shekels, please. How dare you, sir? Senior cannot be poor. Yeah, they wanted an extra angle, an extra story, the last fight, and I'm sure they paid. The rumors are that Eubanks Senior got paid, and his name is Eubanks. It's not Eubank. He changed it out of disrespect to his own family, Peter and Simon Eubanks, who are journeymen. And one of whom who beat Joe Frazier Jr., Joe Frazier's son, funnily enough. But yeah. Right, New Zealand players, that's right. Australian players, sorry, that's right. Yeah. Who are based there, right? But still, they're obviously not good enough to play for the All Blacks or for Australia, so they play for Japan, and fair enough. What you might as well take advantage of the opportunities you've got to play international sport. Is a trophy, Tony Sims, the king of the eggs, the egg king, the egg distributor, allegedly, is now on. Yes, brother, Prince D. Great to see you, Prince D. I hope you're well, bro. Great to see you on the live as always. Getting a drink on. Yeah, no, not very much, man. But Jack Daniels with Coca-Cola. I mean, Coca-Cola to keep me awake, especially in the Jack Catterall fight. How do you keep awake with Indians just start doing that for their football team? And why are Indians so whack at every sport? There's 1.5 billion Indians, right? So I'm just looking. Oh, did they take a point away from Scoby? So Carl Frampton's scorecard says 80 to Azim, 71 to Scoby. So he says, yeah, I haven't watched carefully, but it doesn't surprise me. And I just don't think Scoby's going to land that punch, which is the only possibility that we'll get some excitement. But the Indians, why are they so whack at sport? The only thing they can play is cricket, and even that, they're not that good. Maybe they can play, but I think they're quite good at badminton or squash, I think. But 1.5 billion people, and you're so whack at sport. Baghdadi. Sam Stroller wants to ride the midnight train. Well, I think he wants the midnight train to ride him. You know what I'm saying? And he's a bottom. Japan paid good money in the league. Do you think? Well, then obviously you should take advantage of that. And Japan is a great country to be in. It's unique. It's interesting. People are very polite. It's clean. The food's good. Conor Hens, yeah. Conor Hens with his eggs. I mean, I don't even care about it. Everyone does. TV normalized fruitiness via the vaudeville cross-dressing. They had Horchy, Williams, Baxter, Hinge, and Brackett et al. Even Les Dawson. It's a bit of a joke till you learn it's an anti-family agenda. Well done, man. My boy Lee is very, very, very red pill. And you remember they made Frank Bruno dress up in a dress and do pantomime. You remember that? And they made all these people go in dresses. White Girls. You remember that film? I can't remember who's in it. Wayans Brothers. They do it all the time. Robin Williams dressed up as a woman. Look at the Redskins American football team and then what they're called now. Is political correctness gone mad? Yeah, I mean, that phrase is a bit of a cliche, but it doesn't mean it doesn't hold weight. Cliches do often hold weight because they're real. Let me see what they're called. They're called, what are they? Washington Warriors? Is that what they're called? I'm guessing now. Washington. It's even weirder than that. In the NBA, the National Basketball Association, right? One of the teams were called the Washington Bullets, and then they decided it's not correct. It's wrong to push weaponry. No? Oh, the Washington Commanders. There we go. I mean, I can vaguely understand that, but it's still, it's still silly. But the fact they changed the Washington Bullets, what did they change the Washington Bullets into? I don't know if it even still exists as an NBA team. The Washington Wizards. They stopped it because it pushed gun crime, allegedly. Like as if changing the name of a basketball team is going to make any difference whatsoever to gun crime. It's a laugh. Long John Silver. How are you doing, bro? I'm okay, bro. I started the live early. It was meant to start at 8:30, but I started early because of Kurt Scoby, Adam Azim fight. I almost wish I hadn't bothered because it's been a boring fight. I thought it was an interesting fight. If Scoby, who's a puncher, can land something good on Azim, but thus far, it's not been Peter Richards, the Washington wank. That would be better, man. So what do you think of Eubank's condition time? Do you think Benn will win on points? Yes, that was my prediction. And certainly that's my value prediction because it's 4-1. Now, Conor Benn came in 3 pounds heavier than he did last time. Eubank came in 1 pound less than last time. And Eubank was always whinging about the rehydration, and they both have to adhere to the rehydration course, by the way. But obviously, it suits the lighter guy, which is Conor Bum. But I think Benn is fresher. I think Eubank is probably, he's 36 now. He could be out hustled. Conor Benn really went for it in the early rounds, and he kind of blew his beans, if you like. He blew his beans a bit early. Yeah, the Washington Commanders, that's right. That's what they call it. Even Red Man chewing tobacco was changed low. Ow. I mean, it's just so laughable. And the worst thing is that the normies go along with it. They don't realize you'll deliberately be manipulated to push an agenda. You can't say this, you can't say that. They love closing down free speech. Without further ado, I'm calling it a fix. Benn gets to win, and then there's a third fight to decide. Exactly. And that's another reason why I've gone for Conor Bum on points. Especially if it's controversial. If it's controversial, then, you know, they can have another fight and everyone wins. Although I would be surprised if this bill makes a profit. I really do. It sold so badly that they gave away 2,000 free tickets to cabbies, right? That if you looked on Ticketmaster, places like that, you know, the £45 tickets were going for 20 quid. It's $24.99 pay-per-view. I don't know a single person in the pub who's talked about this fight. The first one, yeah, you get a bit of chat. You get a bit of chat. No one has talked about this fight. This is great, says Matt Curtis. What, the fight? Or the Triple B Live? And remember, Super Shekel, Bitcoin, buy me a coffee. Where are you, Shane Bogos, man? I haven't got my juju stick, man, but I'm summoning you. I'm summoning you. And I want to know about Kirsty's underwear. And are you going to put it on eBay? Maybe Shane Bogos should start an early OnlyFans. Yeah, they've already milked this cow full of sauce. Well, that's the thing, right? The original fight, obviously the controversy of the first fight being called off, and the fact that they're the sons of their fathers who had some a great and two great fights. Well, the second fight wasn't that exciting. Ben was robbed and given a draw, but because of the legacy aspect, yeah, unfinished business. The first time, maybe you could say, the sons of the legends fighting. So it was an easy sell. But this time, you know, what are you selling? There's no world title here. You guys are at different weights. God bless you all, by the way. Christ is king. You know, what's the narrative? What's that? Calling it unfinished business? It is not unfinished. It's finished. But you want to milk us. Boback, the big fat trainer, the brown version, the black version of Big John Fisher, the Cheeto King, Brian McIntyre, who's wearing a snack. He's wearing a snack. You know, if you know what I'm talking about, snack, SNAC. I'm talking about. He's wearing a baseball cap for snack. Can you imagine that, man? You're basically saying, I am advertising TVs. I'm advertising supplements, testosterone, this kind of stuff. In 1990, the degenerates are portrayed as persecuted Midianites, in contrast to God's chosen Israelites, trying to conflate Christianity with eugenics, as the lamestream media does. Heavy stuff. It doesn't surprise me. I'll go for it. £20 on Benn by unanimous decision. Yeah. I mean, the problem is these days they love their split decisions and majority decisions. That's the only worry. I've gone for Benn on. We've got 2 rounds left of this nonsense, and it's been boring. And then we've got to see Jack Catterall. Bomac, the black Big John Fisher. He loves, at least Big John Fisher eats fish and chips, and he eats, you know, Chinese food. Bomac just eats burgers and Cheetos. Bomac bringing his firearm and PDs to UK. You remember that? Bomac was nicked, taking in a firearm into the UK, and nothing happened. If you had done it, if I had done it, what do you think would be happening? We'd be doing 5 years. But they let him off. Why? Because The whole system is crooked. Like the CPS, when Keir Starmer was head of the CPS and they rejected, I think, up to 8 investigations to Jimmy Savile because there wasn't enough evidence. What a load of BS. I don't know. I just think boxing interest in general is falling. I agree. And certainly, if you look at youngsters, they when it comes to fighting sports, they prefer MMA and UFC mainly. But the things with boxing is that it's a very easy game to understand. For a lot of people watching MMA who are not used to MMA, rolling around on the floor, sniffing each other's balls and their assholes is not entertaining. Whereas everyone knows that punching a guy in the face is pretty easy to know who's winning the fight. You know, I have girlfriends and they watch boxing with me for the first time and they know who's winning. You know, it's quite an easy sport to take up as well, which is why you got guys like Jake Paul doing so well. And they've got Misfits and, you know, if they did Misfits MMA, it would not work. But Misfits boxing is very easy. The Cheeto King, they've done him so dirty with that picture. It was funny. Yeah, him eating Cheetos, yeah. Oh, Scoby's hurt. Scoby's hurt by Azim. We might get a stoppage. I know Azim goes past the 10th round for the first time, and that's good for him to get the rounds in. But Scoby has not really given him, you know, a lot of problems. He's now hurt, Scoby, and he's exhausted because he's so muscular. And he's going for the finish, Azim. 23 seconds left. Bang! I bet we get an early stoppage. I bet the referee jumps in. Adam Smith's getting ready. 15 seconds left. Will he manage to stop him? And there's the respect. It's not a terrible performance by Azim. He's dominated, but against a very crude and very basic fighter. A very basic and crude fighter. Yeah, K Bongos 11. Are you related to Shane Bongos? Cyborg, good evening. Good morning, Triple. Yes, my man from Oz. It must be early there. I'm not going to ask you what time it is because that question's got boring. But it's great to see me Aussie fans here. MMA is falling faster than boxing. Well, it is. And one of the reasons is there's only one MMA association, it's UFC, but there's no stars there. I thought they could make a star out of Tom Aspinall, but for some reason they didn't push him. And then there was that very disappointing eye poke situation with Cyril Gahn. And all the kind of Dagestan crotch sniffers and wrestlers are just not interesting to watch. And that's one of the reasons Dana White is getting into boxing. The Desperado. Been watching UFC myself. Just because they're going to Paramount is cheaper now, right? DAZN trying to charge a man an arm and a leg for nonsense like this. Yeah, it's pathetic, man. Has anyone paid for this nonsense? I hope not. I hope not. Because you're getting robbed, man. You're better off spending it on a crack or a cheap Thai hole. You have had a much better time. Scooby-Doo. Yeah, he's been disappointing. At least Scooby-Doo had a little bit of energy. Bomat was a pro boxer and actually fought Butterbean in 2004. Are you serious, did he? I got to look that up. I'm not doubting you, but really? Well, I mean, I respect anyone who boxes at any level, but especially pro. So what's his real name? Brian McIntyre, right? Brian McIntyre, right? Let's have a look. Box rec, Brian McIntyre. There's no point watching the action because there is no action. He had 7 wins, only 2 by KO. Oh, he's opening up, Azim. He's opening up. And Scoby is trying to hold. Is that Howard Foster, the ref? Well, I never recognized him, but, you know. I'm surprised he hasn't stopped it. So he's got 7 wins, 2 KOs, 14 losses, and 9 by KO. So he was a whack. Yeah, he was a very whack fighter as a pro. But who did he fight? Let's have a look here. Who did he fight? What did he say? Butterbean. Mike Molo knocked him out in a round. You remember him? Chauncey Welliver. Knocked him out in 3 rounds. Scoby is down. Down goes Scoby. He's got nothing left. He's looking at his corner. He's looking at his corner. And no doubt the referee's going to pull him out anyway. Yes, he pulled him out. I was joking. I was like, I bet you the referee pulls him out. And he did. Oh, dear me. Eric Esh, you're right. Beaumont lost to Eric Esh in 4 rounds. Great knowledge, Railway. Great knowledge, brother. When we had Gay Weather and McGregor on top, it was another level. Not Mayweather. Where Mayweather was always boring. Every time I announced a Mayweather fight, I'd be like, oh, I've got to sit through this idiot. Win on points. K Mongus. It's Kirsty. Oh, hi, Kirsty. Where's Shane at? Is he there with you? Did he buy you nice black underwear? Because that's the chat. I hope you're well, Kirsty. I hope you're well. 7:15 a.m. in Australia. I assume you're not getting a drink on. It's a bit too early. But I know Aussies like to have a bit of a drink. But it's actually not a bad time to watch a fight. It's like get up early, watch a fight, and get on with your day. Definitely not related. No. Maybe he might ask you to marry you. He might ask to marry you, Sir Kirsty. Who knows? They tried to make it out as if these Dagestani guys are stars because one of them got cheered in Commie NYC. And they're so boring, man. And the UFC have missed the trick. What they need to do, you get all these guys that lay on top of another man. And they'll be like, oh, he's got octagon control. But he's not doing any damage. Laying on top of another man, sweating on top of him, with your asshole in his nose, shouldn't win a fight. If nothing's happening, the referee goes, stop, stand you up, stand you up. If you're not going to fight, stand you up. Is Chris Jr. expected to be in Junior's corner tonight? Same question with Nigel. Well, Senior's turned up. Senior's turned up with his son, Chris Eubank Jr. I have brought him up to be respectful, to know the difference between right and wrong. Yeah, that bum's turned up. I don't know about Nigel. Pay for it. Hell no, brother. Well done. Oh, Cyborg, because you're Aussies, I was going to do a video on it. I still may. Jai Opetaia, which was previously listed as a DAZN fight, is now on something called Stan TV for like $60. And it was going to be on free DAZN. They've even taken it off the UK DAZN. What do you think about that, man? Why they rob you guys so much? Hell no, that's right. Fire stick and everything. Nice. Good call, actually, though. What, the stoppage? It was another Foster classic. Yeah, that's where I'm saying. It was definitely stopped too early. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, Scooby-Doo weren't going to win anything, man. You could see it in Scooby's eyes. He didn't want to go out. Yeah, but, we've paid to see someone get rubbed out, man. And he's had money, And I don't buy all that. Oh, it's better one punch too late than one punch too early than one punch too late. Well, how do you judge that? This is boxing. Like I said, if you're going to use that logic, then the first person to land a punch, even a jab, you should just stop it. Okay, Kirsty, I have 3 sets, thanks. Yes, well enough. 3 nice sets of black underwear. Is Shane there? Are you with him? Shane is good, man. We're watching boxing, of course. Oh, together. Great to hear, man. Great to hear. Eddie practically sitting on Turkey's lap. I'm surprised he's not giving him a blow job. Now, I have to sit through. I was going to start at 8:30, right? So I wouldn't have to have watched this boring fight, but I had to do it for the funds. We've got Jack Catterall next. I mean, if I'm still awake by the end of 10 rounds, I'll call it. But, come on, man. I hope it's exciting. I hope sometimes you get a fluke fight, yeah? You get an absolute fluke fight that becomes exciting. It's rare. Will it happen? Probably not. Echo Essiman's kind of game. He's kind of game, Essiman. But, I don't think he's a massive puncher. 8 KOs and 22 victories for Essiman, right? And Catterall has 13 KOs in 31 victories. So what does that tell you? Well, it's going to go the distance and it's going to be boring, unfortunately. Of course, I'm here for the funds. By the way, remember, you could super shekel, buy me a coffee. Yeah, I mean, 49 minutes and no love. No love. No love. I'm not criticizing. Okay, so we've got 2 fights left. Azim and Catterall. So that'll go the distance. So that will be what, like 45 minutes and 50 minutes to enter, 50 minutes to interview. So that'll be an hour and 15 minutes. So maybe the main fight, they will come in at 10. And maybe it's because, or earlier, maybe it's because there is, well, having said that, I can see Conor bum now, and none of them have their hand wraps, and they're in their street clothes. So we might have to sit through rubbish. I hope Kirsty K. Bongos has made the stew ready for the fight. If you make a good stew, you're a woman worth holding on to. For real. Yes, Stan is an Australian streaming service. Opetaia would have been better with Days On because our pay TV Foxtel bought 65% of Days On. It's such a shame that Opetaia is not given more, he's not given more press, more visibility. We're talking about one of the best fighters in the world, pound for pound, in my opinion. And people could say, oh, well, he hasn't fought anyone good. Well, they won't let him fight Ramirez. Oscar de la Golden Shower won't let him fight Ramirez. And there's not a lot of fighters at Cruiserweight. And he will move up to heavyweight. He will try and get the Ramirez fight, but I doubt it'll happen. Oh, Jake Catterall is warming up. Well, that's probably more exciting than the fight. Turkey is dishing out the stuffing to a celebrity lapdogs, as in the Arabian dirt. Yeah, he make a huge dirt on them. He's bought them. He make a massive dirt on them. Oh, man. I can, imagine the preliminary, the warm-up fight to the main event is Eskow with 8 KOs, he's Jack Catterall with 13 KOs, and they've got over 50 fights. Cyber boxing, Paper Zoo brothers get most of the media. I've never understood that. Obviously, the name Zoo is big, but Kostya Zoo is not really Australian anyway. He's Russian. But obviously he lived in Australia and he was a great fighter. And he just pushed Nikita and Tim Paper Zoo. But, and they'll push Paul Galen, Sonny Bill Williams. I just can't understand how Australian boxing fans can stay boxing fans. Catterall is on break time. Well, I might have to drain the lizard. Usually I'd be eating by now. I haven't made any food. All I've had is a bit of soup. His Excellency, turkey, their oil, a shake. Yeah, I think even he must be getting bored of these rubbish fights. Why would you ever see push dog shit fights like this? Yeah. That are unexciting, unexciting fights, and I cannot believe this makes money. And in fact, I can't believe that any of Turkey Allah Sheikh's fights make money. They're all about PR, right? Foxtel, I don't know who Foxtel are, but you said they're a major player in Australia. I've neglected Opetaia. Jeff Bennett was telling everyone when Jai was an amateur, how good he was, and so was I. And that's why I predicted that he beat Samanis Bradis. I mean, he's one of my favorite fighters. He's exciting. Yeah. He's a no BS guy. He's not interested in doing fruity videos, dancing around to the Pointer Sisters or YMCA. He just wants to fight. Even in interviews, I'm not interested in these interviews. I just want to fight. He's exciting. He goes for the kill. I mean, hopefully. The hope is he'll get a Ramirez fight. I can't see it happening. And if not, the hope is that he goes up to heavyweight and then things get interesting. He's not the biggest guy for a heavyweight, but he will be able to get up to 225 pounds and hopefully retain his speed, his violence, his footwork, his balance, his accuracy, his power. So that's what we hope. Yeah, Opetaia wants to fight, but he's avoided it cruiserweight. Yeah, and you know, the guys that he fights are gutsy to take him on, but I guess they get paid well. Claudio Squeo, some redhead, you know, muscle-bound Italian with no hope. At least he had a go. He's fighting Hussein Shinkara, I think originally from Turkey, now boxing out of Germany. So according to Otto Wiley, he's 100% German. Of course he's German. He's got a German passport. He's like 25-1. You know, I mean, you know, it's not exciting. But there's not the problem is, you say he's avoided cruiserweight, but who is there at cruiserweight? I'm going to have a look, but obviously there's Gilberto Ramirez and Oscar De La Homo. Won't want to, you know, that you won't want to risk his star. I don't even know why Ramirez is a star. He's not that great. But who else is there? Cruiserweight. If David Benavidez moves up, that would be interesting. That might be a fight. But again, they'll probably avoid him. He's too dangerous. The problem is he's too dangerous. If he was an American or based in America, or the UK even, or Opetaia would be making big headlines. So let's have a look. Cruiserweight. Who have you got? Okay, this is the Cruiserweight box rec. Ramirez is number 1. Yeah, okay. Jai is number 2. Chris Billam-Smith is number 3. Can you imagine putting Chris Billam-Smith, who, by the way, I respect, and he's very tough, and he managed to win a world title. But can you imagine putting Chris Billam-Smith against Jay Opetaia? I'd ring the police, and I said, I just need to warn you. Someone is about to be assaulted very badly, very badly, very badly. Michael Kelsack, number 4. He's got 2 losses. You know, Alexei Papin, number 5. I mean, there's no one there. Christoph Vladiak is number 7. He's about 100. You know, who's he going to fight? Even Sergei Kovalev is still rated at number 11. There's no one there for Opetaia to fight apart from Gilberto Ramirez or if David Benavidez moves up. And that's the problem. Opetaia had to do his mandatory. Yeah, exactly. There isn't much left at cruiserweight. There isn't much left. There's 9. Exquisite performance from Azim. Liam in Change says, turkeys on the TV with a nice barber and a nice tea towel on his head. I quite like that look. The tea towel on the head and the barber, and he's wearing what do they call those long things? Those long dresses that Arab men wear. Yeah, he dresses quite well actually, Turkey, and his beard is always perfect. Notice his beard never gets longer or shorter. It's always, he probably gets his beard trimmed every day after he's done a big dirt on, you know, AJ or someone. Liam, Days on labeled Turkey as ecstasy Turkey. I'll say they're brown nosing him too. You know what, lad? As Bricktop and Snatcher, get your tongue out of my arsehole. Billam-Smith knocked back a recent fight offer, according to Opetaia. Well, I'm not surprised because you get beaten, but if it was a big enough payday, you got to take it, man. Prince D. Opetaia should head up to heavyweight after he clears up cruiser. Well, he's already cleaned up cruiser because there's only one fight there: Gilberto Ramirez or David Benavidez if he moves up, and I don't think he will. He's quite a chubby light heavyweight. The tea towel looks better than the small. Me funds are the best. It's been 1 hour and not a single super check. Kirsty Bongos, what's going on? Eddie looks like he's dying to get on his knees to service turkey. Yeah, he probably like smoke is he's probably got a very small circumcised Corey. Oh, I can't believe it. I have to think about that, you know. So yeah, Opetaia I mean, what is he, 29 now, 28 still? It's time for him to move up because he won't get the Ramirez fight. He's 30, sorry, Opetaia is 30 now, so it's time to move up. I think he's got a family, right? And he doesn't want to move out of Australia. But for financial and business reasons, he would actually do better to base himself in the United States and get a TV link up. If you look at most fighters from around the world who are not from, I don't know, maybe Germany or the UK, you know, even a lot of the Russians, the Kazakhs, Uzbeks, the Africans, the Cubans, they base themselves in the United States because they know they get more money. But you know, Opetaia is probably very happy in Australia, but for financial reasons, he should probably move to the United States, unfortunately. And who wants to, man? It's a weird place. I could be a presenter. That announcer says, "Your Excellency." Why would a man refer to another like that? Well, because he's got no shame. No shame. No shame. I wonder if Joe Sniff Parker will be on a packet tonight. Yeah, so he's Joseph Packett has been denying, obviously. So he released a press release. I don't know how this happened. I don't condone drugs. I never do drugs. Apparently, he was involved in a meth ring. It was in the papers and everything, but you know, whatever, man. Opetaia told us at a meet and greet. Yeah, you went to that. I remember that. That he wants to win all the belts at Cruiser, but he should move up soon. He's 30. Well, the problem is they won't give him the chance to win the belts, and that's the issue. As you said yourself, Chris Billy Swift doesn't want to fight him. So, I mean, I know he's got a belt, right? But, here comes Esserman, and he's wearing a gimp mask. Echo Esserman is wearing a gimp mask, by the look of things. Not that it's going to improve his punching power. He's only got 8 KOs in 22 fights or whatever. I want the UK to become a republic now. The monarchy needs disbanding, and it will. And the reason it will be disbanded is because they're not of any use anymore. If you notice, right? So Prince Harry's being disbanded. Prince Mountbatten Andrew Windsor has been disbanded. They'll break it down. They don't need the royal family anymore. They want to make a global government. Lehman says maybe Parker really popped for PEDs. He's a blatant case, and they did a deal to blame it on his coke addiction. Some people say it's a masking agent. I don't know about that. I mean, obviously, I did a video on it. Joseph put on like 20 pounds of big muscle in a year. I got dissed by Samoans for saying that because they're very proud of their own people. But you have to be realistic. You know, at the age of 33, to put on that mass of muscle. What's the ideal matchup for 2026? Great question. Great question. I would like to see. I will talk about the whole year. I'd like to see. I mean, Cabello Usyk. I'd rather see Usyk retire, but that has to be a fight. Cabello's fighting Damian Kadiva in a new year. But the fight I want to see is Jaron Boots Ennis. He's Virgil Ortiz Jr. That's a serious fight between two punchers who want to fight. Eubanks will leave head sunny side on the canvas tonight. Do you think so, Tommy Gunn? It's great to see you, by the way, Tommy. I hope you're well. I think my prediction was Benn on points. I stick by it. I may well be wrong, but there's something about the weights. There's something about the fact that if Benn wins, they might even have a trilogy and rinse us for more money. Well, not us, because we don't pay, but the mugs, the casuals, the idiots. What happened to Shannon Courtney? Says Limiters, and that rug muncher from Wales. What's her name? Lauren Price with the huge Toblerone-shaped head, massive heat, shaped like a Toblerone, upside down. She's fighting. I mean, I don't follow women's boxing, but she's meant to be fighting. I don't know. Is it Clarissa Shields? I don't know. Someone like that. Shannon Courtney, I think. You know, remember she was so into her boxing. I can't believe she was a supposed world champion. She can say she's a world champion, like Rocky Marciano, like Lennox Lewis, like Joe Louis, like Marvin Hagler, or like even Don Curry. She can claim she was a world champion, and she was just a pub barmaid that trained for 2 years and beat ebony bitches. It's pathetic. I don't know what's happened to her. I think she's just realized that there's not that much money in women's boxing, that she's not any good at it, and she'd rather go back to the pub and get a drink on. And to be honest, I understand that. I wonder how Eubank Senior, the righteous builder killer, will make tonight all about himself. Well, he'll make it all about himself. He's already strutted in, wearing a big coat with big fur, a flashy fur coat. And yes, people forget this. Eubank Senior killed a builder in his truck with dangerous driving, and he didn't do any time for it. Also, he was on the bus, a double-decker bus, with Cliff Richards, and if you know, you know, right? And the Queen Elizabeth II, a funeral celebration, or whatever you want to call it. So, Eubank's very dodgy, very dodgy. And he also found out his son's a stranger. Baz Ahern is waiting for his name to pop up next to Peter Mandelson. Yeah, he's Peter Mandelson on the Epstein list, right? They were pals, weren't they? They were big pals. That wrongin'. Desperado. I wish I'd never had to see Catterall fight. This guy should never be on TV. Yeah, I quite like Echo Esselman's gimp mask, but it doesn't matter what mask you wear. It's whether you fight aggressively. It's quite a small ring, actually, if you look at things. Look how empty it is. You might have missed it because they quickly moved the cameras away. But if you watch how many empty seats there were ringside. Your mate Max Jenkins was waffling on about you on one of their videos on Porky's Corner. That fat bum, but allegedly, there was an arson situation with his gym. He escaped to Malta, then he escaped to Thailand, and then he had a crash. And I don't wish him any harm, but he's the world's worst boxer. And the reason he hates Triple B is because if you search Max Jenkins the boxer, and no doubt he sits there boasting to everyone, oh, I'm a pro boxer, I've only lost once, and then everyone searches, then they find Triple B videos slating him. But the reason I slated him is because he's a bully. He threatened me. He used a fake email, which I knew was his, and I passed him a number, a burner phone number that he passed on to Sonny Edwards. And Sonny Edwards admitted that he got the number, and the only person that had that number was this email that belongs to Max Jenkins, and he still denies it. He was too cowardly to ring. He had to pass it on to Sonny, who actually had the balls to ring up, but he got stitched up as well. I haven't released the Sonny Edwards phone call because I forgave him. I said, you made a mistake, bro. I've got you on tape, laughing at depressive people, laughing at suicidal people, laughing at people who've had child abuse. I said, mate, you're barking up the wrong tree. You made a mistake. And he told me, yeah, I got the number off Max Jenkins. And he's a piece of shit, Max Jenkins. He even talked about Triple B on the Bulgarian hair weaving forum. And on those forums, it comes up with your location, and it was from Thailand. And he goes, I'm going to destroy him. You're not, you fat piece of shit. You're a coward. You're on the run. Oh, it started the fight. Oh, who cares? You're a coward. You're fat. You can't fight. You're a bum. You're a coward. You're a bully. He tried to bully Prince Patel. Not Prince Patel. What's the face? The Eritrean emperor. Eubank's part of the club, 100%. I'm going to stop taking the piss out of Ebony B, but no one can say that her and the Fruity Kel together with a kid makes sense. Well, good luck to him, and I hope the kid grows up well. But when there's pictures of your own mother acting like a hoe on OnlyFans, and your own father has been involved in a batty man situation. By the way, I'm genuinely asking: is the super shekel working there? I'm not complaining, but I haven't had one yet. Can someone give me £1 to prove it's working? No one would go to a third fight. Oh, a third fight with this Benn Eubank. Yeah. You wouldn't think so, but you don't know, man. Release the Sunny tapes. Release the Sunny tapes. They're very incriminating. And they were done a week before he was fighting for the World Championship. And I forgave him. Some people gave me grief, said, look, you're a coward. Why didn't you stitch that rat up? And as a Christian, I said, listen, I gave him a chance. I told him, you're in trouble, man. You should not be doing this. You're in big trouble, man. I have you by the balls. And, you're boasting about how great, how you love the game. He doesn't have a Twitter anymore. I don't dislike Sonny. I think there's a side of him that got all cocky and arrogant, Max needs some self-respect, Boxing Classics. Porky talks to him like crap. Well, of course he does, because he knows he's a bum. Porky even used to laugh at how bad he was at boxing. Catterall can be beaten. He's 4-9. What, the odds? I'm not even going to watch, bro. I'm sorry. What am I going to watch? I think Catterall is actually a lovely boxer, but he just doesn't take risks. He doesn't go for the stoppage. His timing is good. His footwork's good. But, he's boring. Not even people in Chorley want to watch him box. Porky's a coward also. He challenged me on his YouTube channel, but he never showed up 3 times. Yeah, Porky was a bit cowardly when he brought the huge Max Jacobs to try and intimidate Emperor Michael, the Ewa twin Bellend. It's old news, man. Wild Randy, Trump blew Bubba. Oh, right. So, if you don't know, some Epstein emails have been released. And one of them is Epstein's brother asking about Trump and what he's gotten him. And Jeffrey says he's the worst person in the world, which is weird from a nonce, a pimp, a trafficker. And he insinuated that he'd blown Bubba. And who's Bubba? Who's the most well-known Bubba? Bill Clinton. That's the nickname of Bill Clinton is Bubba. I've seen Sonny hang around a really tough Grenfell estate in Sheffield. Don't know why he's still knocking around their men. Well, he got chased out of his estate in London or Croydon because he allegedly his family had grasses. His own brother Charlie lives in Portugal. So YB owns Porky Pig's Corner. I've never watched. The YB copied my channel. Pretending to be original. He bought an old channel that had subs. He's a pathetic human being. He works for Goldman Sachs, the vampire squid. He can't fight. He doesn't know about boxing. He's a bum. So I don't know. I don't know. Putin has the photos according to the emails. Oh, I hadn't read that. Imagine having photos of Trump blowing Bill Clinton. So it wasn't only Monica Lewinsky. Hang on. I need to clean. Hey, what's happening? Am I still here? Go away. Am I still here? Okay. I pressed the button by mistake. Trump's anthem is the YMCA. Well, he's weird. He's fruity. He's not to be trusted. He's controlled opposition. He was a friend of Jeff. Trump News is Goyslop Theatre, exactly. Goldman Sachs DEI hire, of course. Like Otto Wallen's girlfriend worked for, not Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan as head of the director of DEI. You know what I'm saying? Go away. Can everyone see me okay, by the way? Can you hear me okay? Donica Trumpinski. Oh. I can't see myself that well. As long as you guys can see me, that's cool. Nordic Warrior, shout out to be commentating from work. Great to see you. Working late nights, brother. I like the way the stuff you've done on your channel. Make sure you follow Nordic Warrior's channel. He does a lot of red pill stuff. God bless. He's a good Christian man. Christ is king. Bless you, my man. She has the superior Afghan genetics, guys. That's why she's director of DI. I can't stand that bum. What round is it? Oh no, it's only the second round. We've got to sit through this, man. Shelby, you need to get into boxing shows for interviews. You would be the truth of the room. Yeah, but no one's gonna get the Triple B on. You know, like even DAZN, there's a channel called Proper Boxing, and he thinks it's really funny. He talks in a Cockney accent, and he does his videos okay. I never watched them. I think they're cringe, but they've actually given him. They've actually bought his videos for DAZN. What the hell happened to Time Booth? He's fallen off the face of the earth. It was obviously on a dark path. Allegedly, he's been thrown out of his house, evicted. Someone said he was living in a tent. I don't know. I have no idea. Someone said he was in the Nick. I don't believe that. But he's a turncoat. He's a nonce. He's a woman abuser. Why? He's got no friends. I don't care about him. We don't support that on the Should Be channel. Acoustic says like. Get people to donate, Acoustics. Get people to donate. God of Frogs. Lucky you, Nordic Warrior. You're better off working than watching Jack Catterall. Oh yeah, that's for sure, man. I wish I was working, man. I'd rather take a dump, a painful dump, after eating 6 liters of curry than watch Jack Catterall fight. Share, remember, share. All these things help. Share, hyping, liking, and donate. Nordic says, God of Frogs says, hi, true, laughing my ass off. It's true. I mean, imagine some people have paid $24.99 to watch this dog shit. At least you're earning money, Nordic. Shelby is the man. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that, Acoustics. Remember to look at Acoustics has got a channel. It's about acoustics. It's about acoustic music. How's your car, brother? Is Tyrone bumming the Boxing King? I don't know what's happening in Boxing King media, but he's been clearly shown through data analysis to have bought a lot of fake subs, to have bought a lot of likes, and also he's obviously, you know, a fed. So Jack Casserole Caroline. You see Tommy Rubenstein and Epstein's Mouse. I didn't. What did he say, man? Chris wins round 2, Acoustic 6. Really? Nah, man. Conor bum on points. Tinto Brass. Now I can get me a hand job from Ebony. I might buy a pair of a disgusting sweating socks. Although I think Shane Monger's calling that market. Thank you so much for the £5. At least we know it works now. Now, at least I've earned £5 plus probably £1 ad revenue. I've earned £6 in almost an hour. That's not. Oh no, sorry. Of course I haven't, because YouTube take 30%. So, well, I've earned £3.50 or whatever. You know what I mean? The car is going rapid, and my piano skills are on fire. Well done. Follow Acoustic Gymnastics channel. Well done with the car. He beat. I don't know the details, and it's his business. He beat a company in a legal case and got paid. I've done that too. So I respect that. It takes a lot of guts. It takes a lot of knowledge. So well done, brother. Keep fighting. It's very difficult to fight, you know, big companies with deep pockets. Well done, brother. BK Nonce is a Pakistani Rotherham cop who's very likely involved in covering up the noncery. Well, he threatened me when I made that point, so I can't comment on it. He actually threatened me up, saying he was going to find out. He was, you know, find out this, that, and the other. When I suggested that he worked for the Rotherham Force that has been involved in covering stuff up, I didn't say he'd done anything, but he did. You know, anyway, that's all I can say, man. The ambulance is getting stopped again tonight. You know, well, Chris Eubank's big whinge about. Well, it's just a PR story. His big whinge about he's, you know, they wouldn't let his ambulance come. His toenail fell off and blah, blah, blah. Did Big Dom Baby Oil Ingle box pro before he became a sweat cutter? No, I don't even think he boxed amateur. I think the dad did, Ingle, Brendan, as a pro. He wasn't very good. But both his sons, Dominic and John, I don't think they boxed. They might have trained, but they didn't box. They didn't have it. And they can make more money by being trainers. And Brendan Ingle's gym is very dodgy. Very dodgy. There was graffiti sprayed on the gym, which made a number of accusations. Okay. They are Conor Baum. Conor Baum, he's singing to himself, talking to himself. They are wrapping his hands, but he's still got his earrings in, which is weird. Does Gage beat Jake Small? Of course he does, if it's real. He'll kill him around. But that's the question. Is it real? And that will give us a very good indication about how Benn boxing is. Very sus behavior from BK Nuts. Yeah, very suspect. I don't really want to get involved in cross-channel flame wars. It's just boring. Most of these channels are whack. They don't know anything about boxing. They're crooked. Barry Epstein is looking cushy with Turkey. He's still trying to flog it off and match him to the Saudis. Yeah, he'd love that, wouldn't he? He wants to sell it for like hundreds of millions. That Netflix documentary about the Hearns looked like one big sell job. I guess say watch series. I couldn't watch it either. I couldn't watch it. People were saying, oh, Camel G, yeah, so like David Gay. What did he actually drink Kell Brook's sweat? Yeah, I did a video on it, man. Dominic Ingle squeezed. He got the T-shirt of Kell Brook, which is covered in sweat after hard workout. He squeezed it into. It was about this big, the glass, and he drank all the sweat. Also, there's a tweet, and I've done a video on this, and it's got Kid Galahad, Kell Brook, and Dominic Ingle walking around naked on some kind of Batman naked beach. So what do you know about that? Dominic Ingle's more interested in trend and boxing. Yeah, he was a bodybuilder, wasn't he? He definitely knows about substances. I think it's time to drink to stay awake. I can't believe I have to. It's only round 4. So we've got another 8 rounds of this dog shite. Yeah, acoustic. You haven't not seen the video? It's on my channel, man. Check it out. So AJ will be paid to win. Makes sense. No, AJ will be paid not to knock him out, probably. But you know, if it's a real fight, he'll destroy Jake Paul. Jake Paul is a cruiserweight. At his level, he's okay. He could knock out an ancient Mike Tyson, a 60-year-old Mike Tyson. He's fought at heavyweight once. He looked fleshy. I mean, Gage is not my favorite fighter, but he's still was world heavyweight champion, Olympic gold medalist, even though he lost 3 fights in the Olympics to Erislandy Savon, possibly Ivan Ditchko, and definitely Roberto Camarelli in the final. An awful stitch-up job. Down goes Esserman. I can't believe it. Catterall has dropped Esserman. I did say occasionally you get a random result. Catterall can punch. The problem is he's not good at finishing. And Esserman is cut. And the referee is probably desperate to jump in and stop the fight. He's cut and bleeding, Esserman. But the problem with Catterall is he doesn't have any finishing skills. He'll land the occasional one decent shot. He's in real trouble, says Adam Smith. He is in trouble, actually. Annabelle has saved him. Well, at least we got the possibility of a stoppage. Esserman's nose is cut. It's bleeding. His lip is bleeding. Well, that's a turn up for the books. If Fake Paul doesn't get KO'd, he lasts longer than Ngannou. I consider that a win for him. Well, I mean, you have to be suspicious of that fight. Dominic D. Ingle dresses 90s tank tops like he's on the door of the spoons. Yeah, I bet he's a bit of a bully as well. He comes across a bit weird in interviews, doesn't he? You know, like he's the boss man. I'm not drinking Nel Geezer's sweat. No, nor should you. Why would you do that? I don't think I drink a woman's sweat. Mind you, I do. I did used to eat a lot of pum-pum. Kell Brook got macheted for getting handsy with the man. Well, exactly. Kid Galahad, Ingle, and Kell Brook are very, very, very creepy. Catterall's actually going for it now. This is a surprise. But I guarantee he'll take his foot off the pedal. But Catterall is going for it. And Esserman is still hurt. His coordination is not there. Catterall's landing the occasional shot. There's a couple of fat guys who are not even watching the fight in the background. Jason Statham. He's a weird one as well. Esserman is there to be stopped. But now Catterall's gone back to boxing. Predictably. On the jab, on the back foot, throwing the occasional, he's a southpaw, so he's throwing the occasional left backhand, as they say these days. I mean, really, if he jumped on Esserman, you should stop him. Esserman has come back from being knocked down heavily and won, but, you know, not against a guy of Catterall's character. Yeah. All ball trainers are weird. Mr. 73 degrees, baby, in Customato. He's talking about Customato and David Caldwell. Catterall just seemed to push the referee out of the way. That was good. I like that. But he's not going for it, you know. Alan, the seat sniffer Smith, needs to go back into retirement. He should never have got the job. He should never have got the job. He doesn't know what he's talking about. He lies. He's melodramatic. He knows nothing about boxing. All he does is talk. He has verbal diarrhea. I never thought I'd see the day Catterall hurt someone. Well, you know, he does hurt people down there. He just doesn't stop people. Acoustics, YB had a second strike scene from Porky's corner. Porky the slider. Oh, I don't care. Again, I don't get involved in these flame wars between, you know, different channels. Nikita Zoo buys on his mission, drinks his wife breast milk. What? Nikita Zoo came out? Why did people... Well, you know why people come out in these weird stuff, because that's part of the contract. Rumor has it Kell Brook is in the running to place the Tetley team in, making tea more diverse. Oh, dear. Andrew Tate has now got a black eye. Is a suspicious what? Yeah, the One Eye Club, the Bruise Club, the Eye Bruise Club. Yeah, but I mean, he does that all the time, so it's not a surprise. If anybody thinks that Andrew Tate, who, by the way, I find quite funny and is quite intelligent, but if anybody thinks he's not controlled opposition, they're mad. Well, now it looks like Catterall is taking his foot off the pedal and has gone back to boxing, which is not a surprise. I told you he'd do this. Tate is CIA. Well, his father, his actual father, who was one of the few black chess masters, admitted he was recruited by the CIA. Why the CIA recruiting chess masters? Well, if you know, you know. I might go and join the lizard. I'm going to join the lizard in the break. It's not like anything exciting is going to happen. It's not like, you know, I'm going to miss a Jack Catterall jab. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. The question is, do we think Jack Catterall will actually stop Esserman? He should do. If he had any kind of aggressiveness, aggression, come forwardness, and violence, he would have stopped Esserman. Esserman's bashed up. And he had him over, and over heavily. But all he did was go back to his boxing. It's a shame, because Catterall is actually a very talented fighter. But he's the most unexciting that I can think of. He sends people to sleep. Luckily enough, he hasn't sent me to sleep yet. Welcome back, guys. Louis Theroux is as establishment as it gets. Oh, that's for sure. Is Louis Theroux dodgy? That's the question. Yeah, he even protected Esserman's what's it called? Protectors come up really high. It's like you can't be hitting the body anymore. Louis Theroux is as establishment as it gets. Yeah, he protected and interviewed Jimmy Savile, and then he tried to excuse it. Tate dresses like a fruit from the 90s, yeah. Tucker Carlson's dad, again, a controlled opposition, is also CIA. Alex Jones had family members in the CIA. Jim Morrison's dad was an admiral in the Navy in the, what is it called, the Gulf of Tonkin in Vietnam. All these guys got links to CIA, to FBI, to politicians, to army people. He looked exhausted, Esselman. Get him out of there, Catterall, you bum. What is he called? El Gato, the cat. It's only 9 o'clock. This is very early for a big boxing fight. Like I said, there might be Tottenham Hotspur might demand that everyone's out of the stadium by 11, so they have to make sure they start the fights earlier. Bud Crawford, with all the huge money Turkey spent trying to prop him up and work from all the promoters, he's still not a household name because he's boring. He's got no character. He's a decent fighter. He's almost certainly a cheat. He got so muscular. You know, he's got no charisma. He's good. He looks like an oil slick with a couple of eyes in it, you know. He's 11:59 p.m., that kind of brother. First time I saw Tate, it was Tristan. Oh, yeah, he was interviewed by Jay Dyer. Who's that? The traitors made their money on camgirl sites. Oh, the Tates, sorry, made their money on camgirl sites. Allegedly, they're playing a role in the fake culture war. Yeah, they are. And they are enjoying it. And they're doing well. And that's why they haven't been nicked. There was fake nick people. Even Tommy Rubenstein got fake nicked. Ah, talking of which, there you go. Tate and Rubenstein were friends before they were famous. And wasn't Tate on Big Brother or something? Nick Fuentes exposed Tucker big time. Yeah, Fuentes is not necessarily to be trusted himself. Okay, we've got in between rounds. We got Carl Frampton, so we do. Looking tiny with Tony Bellend with a moustache, looking fruity. Have you seen how fruity Tony Bellend's brother is? It's disturbing. Did you see Rubenstein let Rabbi tell him the British people deserve a special place in hell? I did see that. Can you imagine that? How do people keep on believing in these plants? Round and time, bro, SD. Going to sync up. Okay, bro, I'll tell you. I guess I assume it's round 6 is about to come. Tony Bellend's eyes look very big. Like, you know. He's okay. Round 7. Boom. Round 7 started. There we go, ST. Did Javon Gay flatten his wife? Or was it also I don't know if he flattened her, but he gave her a slap. And he's done it to a few women, so. Will Bitcoin go to 0? You have any XRP in the safe? I have XRP. Will Bitcoin go to 0? I don't believe so, at least not yet. Although the whole bottom might fall out of the crypto market. Do you believe that if Bitcoin died, the XRP would carry on? The only reason it would do that is if it got officially taken on by some government agency. Will Carl Froch ever take his... Tony Maloney, IPAC, if you know, you know. Tweet recently that they have 6 million members. They love that number, yeah. If you look at history, I've got to watch out because I got so shadow banned, but I don't care. The 6 million number has been used again and again and again and again and again and again and again throughout history. Way before World War II. Tony Bellend looks fruity. Well, there's definitely some fruitiness in his family. Lee, yeah, they're all Intel assets, distraction, cutouts, propped up to offer copium. That's right. Copium means, you know, hope to people, you know, while hedge funds clean up at the casino. Yeah, and they push an agenda. Fuentes will at least go after organized J and not say it's neocons or atheistic people who happen to have J names. Yeah, but I'm just very surprised that a man who has said those things has not been drawn in, has not been cancelled, has not been imprisoned. Remember, you still have the opportunity to super check. Like my man, Tinto Brass Balls. Thank you, brother. Bless you, bless you. The Austrian painter was right. Oh, hang on. The Austrian painter was right, Princey. He's also quite a good watercolorist. I bet the main event isn't VADA tested. Probably not, man. VADA testing only for the non-snack guy. Well, Bormack had a snack. Was advertising a snack on his baseball cap. Now, obviously, he doesn't partake in performance-enhancing drugs because he just eats Cheetos. Parker should get a rematch after getting on the Devil's Dandruff, Joseph Packett. Well, yes, go and find out who owns MindGeek. Good riddance for Victor Conte. He died. He weighed a lot of money. It's amazing. He set up a company to help people beat drug tests and all this kind of stuff. And then he set up a testing agency. I mean, how ridiculous is that? Who is the cringiest boxer alive now, surely? Conor Trent, the cringiest boxer alive. JJ has got to be up there. JJ has got to be up there, surely. You know? Cyborg, there are a lot of empty seats in the show. Yeah, and if you notice, I said that early on, right? There was the camera caught part of the crowd and there was just completely empty seats. And they quickly switched it. Nadav Drew, did he see Eubank? His juice tits the way and they were ready to pop. What? Were they swollen? He weighed in less, weirdly, by a pound. And Conor Bums weighed in higher by 3 pounds. But I don't trust it all anyway. Bormack eats the syringe, then the person. Wild Ronnie, have you seen they are saying the paint had a micropene? I wonder if the scientists discovered this fact is related to how did they discover this? Apparently, allegedly, just from a blood sample, and his body was never found. A lot of people say he escaped to Argentina. The CIA even investigated it. And they took, apparently, a blood sample, you know, how many years later? Well, like 70 years later. And apparently it pointed towards him having a microbe. I mean, it's just a joke. Many people believe this stuff. KJ is the most cringe. Yeah, I think he has to be. Even now. So, Esteban won the last 2 rounds, according to Carl Frampton's scorecard, so it is. But I told you, that's the problem. As soon as Esteban got dropped, his face is swollen, man. I mean, like, Esteban's there for the taking. His face is swollen, his nose is cut, he's bleeding. But all Catterall wants to do is use his jab. Well, he follows it with a backhand now and then, but he just doesn't want to finish anyone. Benn is the cringiest commentator, but I still like him. I don't think he's the cringiest. The cringiest is by far Adam Smith. He's by far the worst in the entire world. Gage doesn't act near as gangster as Conor Trent. Yes and no. There are rumours. In my comments, I got rumours that Gage's tried to act all gangster where he lived, and he got run out of town, and that's why he lives in Dubai now. I don't know if I believe that. Will the world end soon? All the predictions in the Bible are coming true, so we're not allowed to predict when it's going to happen. But I don't know. 2030 is apparently going to be a big year in one way or another. We've got digital IDs coming in, the mark of the beast. We've got wars. We've got the church has been corrupt. You know what I'm saying? Tony Maloney, everyone said Gay J will murder Jake Paul. Gay J would only murder Paul if AK Skins murdered him first. No skins, no wins. Yeah. He'll probably murder Gay J from behind, like Will Smith was. It was murder in there. It was murder in there. If you haven't seen the video, watch it. It's on my channel. Acoustic gymnastics, I hope so. What, the world is end? Well, Nadav, the world is in a terrible state. It's hard to, if you're a normie, you probably just think it's all great. But if you have eyes and a mind that's open and you see the horrors, yeah, Gage and Bubba, yeah, I think I wonder if Gage would give Bubba a blow job. DPH podcast. Who's DPH? I don't know who DPH is, but everything's about money, bro. And there's the respect. We guarantee that's coming. Even after Tommy Welch got knocked out by Richard Riakporhe, we heard, and they're showing each other respect. What faith does Gay J follow? It's said that he's a Muslim. He's been pictured praying in mosques. But I've heard from people, it's Nigel Benn, people that have worked for his team that said he is a Muslim, but he doesn't really reveal it because he doesn't want it to affect him financially. Nigel Benn, well, I mean, my son, right? My son's better than me, right? He's got it in here. My son, Conor, right? He's better than I am, but he's got to bring the plan. He's got to bring the plan, and then he'll do the business. That's my Nigel Benn expression. I don't know if that's any good. AJ follows bumholes. That's his religion. There's only one religion that allows batty business, and that's Satanism. AJ goes from nothing and made a lot of coin. He's trying to be all gangster. It's pathetic, and he never was a gangster. He's from a middle-class Watford family. But he still couldn't help himself getting into gangsterism. But that's his only brush with the law. And you remember they had an advert for Lucozade about he was running from the police and poor Gay J, and he didn't have any other option but to turn to crime. It's just BS, man. I was going to go on the dark web, try and make some dosh. Will I get bummed and deported? The dark web, you have to be careful about. You have to know what you're doing. The thing is, right, the browser and the protection, I think it's the Onion, to go in the dark web was actually admitted, and it was actually put together by the CIA. So like, you got to wonder. I've been on the dark web a few times. I found it a bit uncomfortable, and the thing is, a lot of stuff. The dark web's a bit of a myth. There's a lot of stuff there that you can get. You know, you say, you can get weed on the dark web, you can get mushrooms. You can just go on Google and get it there. What, he's a gay Muslim? Yeah, well there's quite a lot. I bet Turkey likes to take dumps on people. I watched a short film AKA Skins made the other day. It was so whack, you should do a video review. What is it? On his Instagram. He's blocked me, but where there's a will, as Don said in Sex Views, where there's a will and there's a fucking will, there's a fucking way. I'll find it, man. I'll have a look. How new is it, man? Okay, let's take a fight again. We're in round 9, so we don't have to suffer for much longer. I can't believe that Esselman's got a heart. There's no doubt. But I can't believe that, how bashed up Esselman's face is, and Catterall is still looking to jab. I can't believe Conor Bomb was allowed to fight when he failed the test battle. He had a real bad issue. Of course, I'm sure you're not naive, but surely you must know it's about money. So many fighters have failed tests. Huh? Roy Jones failed a test. He got 6 months. Canelo failed a test. He got 6 months. There's many, and don't think that UCAD or VADA are to be trusted. Very true, B. The middle classes play Simon Says while the hedge funds mopped up their treasures. The same middle classes kicked around the working classes waiting for their rewards. I don't think the middle classes are the enemy in any way. They are also used. They are very normie. They are very casual. They are very blue-pilled. They are just groomed to be in positions of to fill office jobs, but they're still working for the elitists during the coup. Yeah. The guy who started the dark web was incarcerated for life, was pardoned by Trump and walked free. Well, I'm actually glad he was pardoned by Trump. I don't trust Trump, but the fact that they incarcerated a guy for life. What was it called? Tell me the name of those documentaries. What was the name of there's a book on it. Remind me. I'm back on the stream. My Wi-Fi is playing up again, but it's back now. Just in time for the main event. Well, you've missed nothing. Oh, there's Pierce Brosnan sitting next to Barry Hearn. Sorry, Barry Hearn. Good to see you back. Who had that 200 million would allow a dump to be had on their chest? Well, people are degenerates. And look, we've had people do the most disgusting thing. We've had people, what's that, Mick Philpott, who set fire to his own house and killed 6 of his own kids, or whatever it was, for money, insurance money. People are willing to do that. They'll do anything. Not normal people, not good people with morals, wrong uns. Oh, it's YouTube, that thing, aka Skins made. It's called Fill Me In. Nah. Oh no, but that was a film he was in. He was allegedly an actor. And he did like 2 films, you know. And now I thought now he's like a supposed guru, a new age guru. No one with 200 million gets shat on. I can't believe that. Well, that's how they get their 200 million. What do you think, Gage? What do you think Gage gets up to? Why did Jack Catterall always get away with a dirty holding? He was allowed to in both Josh fights. I know, it's so boring, man. I mean, imagine, why would you have him on your bill? Bam Rodriguez had a positive test for his last fight. I didn't know that. What was it for? Shout out to Trump and Clinton. If you know who you know. Yeah, allegedly, according to some emails that have been released, Donald Trump gave Bubba Clinton a blowjob. That's it. Thank you, Nadav. Dread Pirate Roberts, Ross Ulbricht, Silk Road. Yeah, I'd quite like to watch that. What did they actually nick him for? What did they nick him for? Was selling illegal drugs or being a trafficker? Was it the RICO Act? Something like that? If Trump goes to jail, Scotland will get its golf course back. Yeah, who knows, man. Everything of any value stays in rich people's hands. Agenda 2030 is a completion. Yeah, we must reset digital ID. Nepal 2.0. Great points. If you know, you know. Why is Obama married to a man? Because he's a Batman. Big Mike, owner of the biggest quarry in politics. Private petition in that. I was going to go to the pub and watch the fight, but I'd rather listen to the stream. Thank you, brother. Yeah, I mean, surely the Triple B commentary and the chat and the comments and the funds is going to be more interesting than Adam Smith going, and he's hit him, and is he going to pick him up? Are we going to see a dramatic turn of events? Oh, I can't stand him. Why did Epstein get to keep the island? Well, because a lot of people say he wasn't actually unalived. There are pictures that a drone took of someone looking exactly like him on his island. Apparently his accounts are still open, his bank accounts. Does he still own the island? Well, it wouldn't surprise me. But these guys are all crooked. Yeah. Did that Charlie guy actually get whacked? If you watch the footage, it's very, very, very suspicious. Nordic, Nadal, Drew, cheers, bro. God bless. What are you thinking? Let me have a look. Oh yeah, the Ross Ulbricht Silk Road thing. Yeah, it's very, very, very interesting, man. Very interesting. Surely proceeds of crime. If you're rich, you don't commit crimes. It's only the poor that commits crimes, allegedly. Thierry Henry is there. Remember, in between rounds, you can Bitcoin, Litecoin, buy me a coffee, super shekel, super sticker, super this, super that. Cyborg, I'd like to see the Triple G do Adam Smith's job. It would bring back some excitement to boxing. Well, what I have to do is repeat endless cliches, be melodramatic, growl and say, and it's great to see, isn't it, Barry, the respect at the end of the fight. It's not a difficult job, is it? Well, when we go digital, rich people there lose their money, same as a gyro president. It depends how rich you mean. The super rich will protect it. They will put it in assets. They will hide it, like the Panama Papers. Remember that? MPs were involved. That's gone real quiet, hasn't it? Railway, I think I saw Big John in the crowd. Oh, that disgusting, gluttonous. Oh, down goes Esserman. And he's ruled it no knockdown. He got hurt, then he got dropped. Esserman has got guts, but his face is utterly battered. Let's see if Catterall can stop him. He's got 2 minutes of this 11th round and the last round. He's hurting Esserman. We're going to get the referee just going to jump in. Definitely the referee will jump in. And rightfully so, actually. Rightfully so. Esserman is finished. He's out the ring. His arm is hanging up. And there's the respect. Catterall comes over. And it's so nice to see, isn't it, Barry? The respect at the end of a super fight. And that's why we love boxing, isn't it, Barry? If I had like 300k in the bank, I just lose that and then hit when it hits year 2030. Yep. We don't know what's going to happen. I mean, you can protect your money by, some people say, buying gold, buying silver, buying property. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I don't know what the answer is to that. But it's actually good to see Catterall score a stoppage, and quite a vicious one. And Esserman showed a lot of guts. A lot of guts. So I give him that. He carried on going after being hurt early, having his eye swollen shut, his nose cut, his mouth bleeding. So Esserman, deserves the respect. I first realized Adam Smith is woke was when Hopkins weighed in 155 pounds for De La Hoya. Smith said Hopkins is training for speed. What does Smith know about boxing? None. He's never boxed. Have you seen the video of him with the uppercuts like that? I've seen the looting of Soviet taxpayers after the so-called collapse. History shows they will gaslight us by giving us the impression of a return to prosperity. The 80s was that way. The 80s and also the 90s in the West seemed prosperous. We thought there would be a better future, but we were wrong. I can't. Right. I will say this. There is a well-known essay by someone from the Balkans. I think he's Serbian. Now, we all know how terrible that was. And I told you, I've done a video about how they were hunting. Rich people were paying to kill children and humans. It was an ugly war. But there's a famous essay by, I believe it's Serbian, who lived throughout the war. And they said, what do you do in bad times when chaos reigns, when riots happen, when you can't get food? And he goes, stock up. And it's obvious in a way. He goes, if you can get hold of weapons, stock up on weapons. Make sure you have friends that you can trust, because if you're on your own, you're in big trouble. Stock up on alcohol, because it's easy to be sold in tough times. Obviously, tinned food. He said, have a lot of lighters. Make sure you buy a lot of lighters. And you think that's a bit weird. Why? Well, because that's how you make fire. If electricity goes, how are you going to warm yourself? How are you going to see what you're doing? So that's some interesting advice from someone who lived through a chaotic and violent time. I really can't stand that Sam Jones or the fat derby guy. I think it's only a matter of time before a boxer irons him out. Unfortunately, probably not. Maybe we need James Butler to come back and iron him out. You know, James Butler, who knocked out his opponent and then he killed Sam Kellerman. Rumors are that him and Sam Kellerman were in some kind of relationship. How's your area with the refugees? Where I'm in the suburbs, it's not too bad, but it will happen. Don't bring it on. Michael Maloney. Well on, brother. Catterall got mad skills. Well, to be frank, you have to give Catterall credit. You know, he was, he boxes very well. His timing is good. He has got power. He's just not aggressive. And he took care of Esserman. But he could have taken care of him in round 5. But Catterall is still too patient, too careful, too boring. I was at ice cream van last night and I had 2 black men. What? Is that kind of ice cream? Yes, Maloney. Hope you're well, brother. It's great to see Maloney here, as usual. Yes, Mike. Great to see you guys. I was worried, man, because You know, there's got to be Big Mike. There's going to be Tony Maloney. There's got to be Michael Maloney in the house. There's got to be acoustics, 90 lighters. I've got it. Honestly, this is a guy who lived through violent, cruel chaos. So, oh, they're just showing the stoppage now. Wow, he really put Esserman out of the ring. And he was gutsy, Esserman, but you know, in the end, he wasn't good enough. I think the odds are 2-1 on Catterall, but most people, he's getting oxygen, Esserman, you know, and there's the respect. There's respect. Never good. Hi, Triple. Yeah, great to see you. I was about to say, where's Never Good? Did you see Esserman go to sleep? Yeah, and I was surprised because it's a Catterall fight, and Catterall's so careful. He'd hurt Esserman early in the fight badly. He bust up his eye, he bust up his nose, he bust up his mouth. Esserman will be going to hospital, no doubt. Mrs. Malone, what are you talking about, bro? Yes, NATO targeted Serbia. The same way most Soviets targeted the gulags because they weren't political and are family and God-centered people. The politics surrounding the Balkans war is of great suspicion, but that's the same with every war. You're a good YouTuber. So glad you do watch songs. I always watch the fight and YouTube. Oh, thank you, ST. That's really sweet, man. I appreciate it, man. And I don't want to be boring, but we do it for the fans. And there's the respect. 100 tattoos since 1998. What do you mean, bro? Tony Maloney. Maybe it's actually a good movie. Good move for Catterall, leaving Jamie Moore. I mean, I kind of rate Jamie Moore, but then again, I do think the fighter makes the trainer rather than the other way around. You know, if you're Ben Davidson, you've never boxed and you're a fitness trainer, but you've got Tyson Fury, you've got, who else has he got? Has he got Fabio Wardley? And he had Billy Joe Saunders. Well, of course you're going to look good. You've got to make them get fit, but what is he going to teach those guys? The trainers that really make a difference to someone's career is in the amateurs when they're learning the sport. Been drinking my girl. She keeps playing Ghostface Killer. What, the hip hop guy? Ghostface Killer. You know what that actually means? Ghostface is white people. Ghostface Killer, kill white people. But you know, yeah, I like hip hop. I rate Bo Mack's athleticism. Well, he's more athletic than Big John Fisher. So what are we at? We're at 9:30. I reckon the fight, the so-called big fight, is going to start at 10. Yeah, or around 10, maybe just after 10. I reckon they need everyone out of Tottenham Hotspur Stadium by 11. Boxer size Ben also has Moses. You know, Moses' time as well. I mean, like, you know, what's he going to teach? The things about Ben, he must have something. He must have something. He must get on with his fighters. He must get them really fit. But don't for 1 minute think that he's going to teach his fighters how to fight. Michael Maloney. Is Tommy Welch Scott Welch's son? Yes. Yeah. I've done a video on the fight. You can check it out. I put a $5 free bet on Richard Riakporhe to win in rounds 1 and 2. And he almost didn't, but he did. He blasted him out. Yeah, he is his son. He doesn't really need to fight. Scott Welch is one of the real success stories of boxing. He was ABA champion. He fought Akin one day for the world championship. I think he won the British championship. He lost and won to James Oyebola, who's RIP, who I met and actually was very nice when he was a bouncer. Yeah, Tommy Welch is Scott Welch's son. You can see he's got exactly the same body. It's quite weird. Remember, make sure you likes free. Like. We've been a bit low on donations, but it doesn't matter. You know, I'm not here to take money from people who don't have the money. But if you want to be nice, you can super chat. Right. Kelvin is here. Hi, mate. Hey, what up, bro? What's up with you, bro? It's good. We got all the people here. Donate. That's what I'm talking about. I know you racist mother crusher. Who you call it a racist mother crusher? Who has the bigger bra, Bomac or Big John? Both of them have huge titties. And I'll tell you who has the biggest bra. I don't know if for people that weren't here earlier, they might have missed it. Now I've done a video on this, and I'll be launching it soon. And Joe Frazier, son Derek Frazier, is a batty man. And let me show you what kind of stuff he gets up to. This is Joe Frazier's son. Look at him. Look at him. Joe Frazier's son. Look at him. Mincing around. Right? And he's quite big. He's got massive titties himself. Let's see if I can find a picture of his titties. Here's Joe Frazier's Battyman's son's titties. They're pretty big too, man. And they droop. Who's got the biggest titties? Derek Frazier? Joe Frazier's youngest son? Shameful son? Big John Fisher? Or Bomac? The Cheeto Eater. Let's have a poll. Subscribe. Yeah, subscribe. Let's get the man to 6,000. I'm over 6,000, bro. I'm about 6.5. Let's get me to 7,000, bro. But, you know, unfortunately, I'm shadow banned. Any update on Billy Joe's sausages after his setup with the Babylon? No, I haven't. Yeah, he went hair coursing illegally. A lot of people say he's very unpleasant and not a nice man. I mean, he's done some bad things. You remember with that crackhead woman and so on and so forth. But I also find the fact that he's quite base in that he speaks his mind. He will push back against the feds and this kind of stuff. Yeah, you can share 2 acoustics. It's a wonder Bomac can do pad work without having a heart attack. I mean, he can't even get in the ring. He stands out in the ring, don't he? Because he's a fat piece of shit. Sausages as Kearns. I don't think he'll fight again. There's a guy called Matty Floyd, who's an Australian, who claims to be some ex-big gangster biker guy, and he did bare knuckle boxing. He lost to James DeGale in bare knuckle, a fight he probably should have won. I actually thought he dropped DeGale, but he kept on fouling, and he has been having a beef with Billy Joe Saunders. And apparently Billy Joe's sausages said, come to this pub at this time and we'll fight in the car park, allegedly. And apparently Floyd turned up to this pub, and Billy Joe Sausages wasn't there. So, you know. Big John, easy, and double F. Michael Maloney, I stream East. Anyone want to stream? Yeah, they'll probably diss me for that, but whatever. I just walked past Tottenham Stadium. The street isn't that busy compared to match days. Well, there's hardly anyone in the stadium. They showed a picture, and there's loads of freebies given out to cabbies and stuff. They showed a picture of the stadium. There's loads of empty seats. I assume that's something to do. I've done a video, by the way, and I'm going to release it either after the fight or tomorrow on Derek. Derek. It's a shame. I'll tell you what, there's a real fruity one. Let's find a real fruity one of him. Mincing around. This is Joe Frazier's youngest son. Look at that mincer. Look at that mincing with a cowboy hat. He loves the white boy too. Let me show you something else, man. Here he is with his white boy. His Snow Queen. I don't know if it's oil drilling or whatever, but here he is mincing. That is Joe Frazier's son. Wow, yeah. Who you rooting for? Eubank or Benn? Never good. Well, I mean, I'm rooting for Benn on points because that's what my bet is, and I think Benn gets a lot of unnecessary stick. Yeah, he failed a drug test, but we all know how many wrong uns there are anyway. So I'm rooting for Eubanks, weirdos. I mean, I quite like the way Chris Eubank Jr. Rinses out the promoters. You know, he calls them out because they're scumbags. So I respect that. Conor and Nigel the cheats. Well, Nigel refused to take a test, the urine test, after McLaren, didn't he? And he's big friends with Tony Tucker and the other one. So, yeah. Fraser was seriously tough man as well. Joe Fraser, yeah, he'd be sick if he saw his son behaving like that. I mean, yeah, imagine, man. You know, it's a shame that Joe's gone. Or as Steve Bunce disgustingly put it, Joe Fraser's brand bread. What a scumbag. But he Yeah, he must be spinning in his grave, man, to see what a fruit his son is. Did you build your computer by yourself or did someone else create it? Why ask that, man? That's a weird question. I can't get a dog again. Can you replace Tyson? I lost Tyson, I think, about 4 months ago. It really hurt me. And just a few months, and yeah, it was terrible. I don't know, brother. I miss my dog so much. I will wait. I will wait. I will wait. For the moment, no. Lots of empty seats because the main attraction of this fight was the father and sons, but that's finished now. This is just yeah. I mean, they played this story. People are bored. Bang, Nanny Paddy, you're sharp tonight. Precise, putting on a clinic. Where's that speed, there's accuracy, pop, there's power. Thank you, brother. True, my work pal got offered tickets for the fight. £20, he said, effort. Yeah, even on like Ticketmaster and things like that, you know, you can get £50 tickets for like 20 quid. Because you know what they do, the scammers, you know, they buy tickets early and then they sell them at a higher price, but no one wanted to buy them. Who was that white guy? What, the one with Derek Fraser, his Batman boyfriend? I like women's Aussie rules football. You have to pay people to attend and they want equal pay. Oh, it's like, sorry, excuse me. It's like, that's what I thought. It's like women's Aussie rules football. You have to pay people to attend and they want equal pay. It's like, it's ridiculous. Like, business is about how much money you bring in. That's all it is. It's not about. I mean, the women's NBA want equal pay, and they're so whack, and no one wants to play them. You know, the women's football have been waxed by 15-year-olds and under boys, heavily waxed. Fraser's so big, he's a top and a bottom. Yeah? Wait till you see my video, man. He's a bear. Oh, I didn't know that, man. It's a tough call with sausages and his kid. In some ways, you have to admire their ability to stick together. I do. They know once you accept the white label, you are rounded up and blamed for everything. Yeah, I do actually respect travelers that they stick to their community. It's a tough community. It's not an easy life. There's quite a high suicide rate, but they will look after themselves and they will reject the manipulation of government and taxes. So yeah, I do respect that. Thank you. It's hard to replace a dog. Oh man, it is hard. I mean, I feel sad just thinking about it, bro. Lehman Chains, Brent Circus tonight. The entertainment actor's been interviewed and like, what? Oh, they'll probably interview Jason Statham, you know? That weirdo. But Turkey Al Sheikh has done a massive dirt on him. Talking about the guy Fraser's son with us. Yeah, I get it. I mean, God bless Tyson. It's tough losing your psychic. Oh, he was a beautiful animal. And he was part of the channel. You remember, he used to bark when women's boxing was on. And oh, I miss him like anything, brother. I miss him like anything. Yeah, exactly, Cyborg. Yeah, thank you, guys. It's sad. And unfortunately, that's what happens with pets. You know, they pass before you. WNBA needs shorter nets and smaller courts to get more views. No, they just need to know their place and know that no one cares about them because they're whack. Brian Norman Jr. claims Clarence Shields is number 2 pound for pound. What? In women's or in boxing full stop? Yo, Chimpy, I got my gas on. Yeah. Well done, brother, because you just moved, right? So well done, brother. I thought you meant something else. Cyborg, that's a women's AFL game recently. It was 2 points to around 42 points. The under 10 boys were beaten. Well, literally, I mean, it's proven. The American and Australian women's soccer football team, who are some of the best in the world, got whacked 7-0 and 7-1 by local, not national, local boys teams under 15. So what does that tell you? They're rubbish, man. But apparently, if you listen to the newspapers, the women are better than the men. The cards are in Shalom hands. Azim is the ambassador for Turkey that Shiraz isn't. Yeah, I mean, obviously, Azim and Shiraz are Muslim and they have a good following, you know. And Turkey is representing Saudi, a Muslim country. So they will probably, you know, be looked after, both of them. ST, Jason Statham's missus is gorgeous. Well, so she should be. If you're a multi-millionaire and you've got status, of course, you better have a nice woman. If you've got an ugly woman, what the hell's going on? Base Tyson, thank you, brother. Thank you, man. Acoustics. I lost my cat after 19 years. It was a bad day that day, man. I never felt so much pain, bro. That's what I got. Acoustics. What bets you all got on? Well, I got React Ball in rounds 1 to 2, so that's come through, and it was a free bet. I've got money on Conor Bum points. I got 4 to 1. I can't remember how much I put on. Only a tenner or something. Oh, what? Oh, Brian Norman said it on a video on Days On's propaganda channel. Pound for pound number 2 in boxing. Clarence Shields. Clarence Big Mike Shields. No gas on here. Scotland. This fight's dodgy. We'll see. Don't you get sweaty under there? Oh, what? What do you mean, man? I'm cool, man. It's all good. I don't know if Clarence Shields will qualify as a female. No. In the same way that Michelle Obama or Big Mike Obama don't qualify as no female. She's got a large Corey. Right. Before the big fight, the last time I'm going to say it, you can super chat. Ah! As if by magic. As if by magic. This guy must be able to read minds. Shane Bongos in the house. How's Kirsty, brother? She was on earlier telling me she's having a good night, that she enjoyed the black underwear. So thank you so much for the admittedly dodgy numericals. 666 for a man, Shane Bongos. Thank you, brother. Oh, Michael Buffer's here in a very what's it called? Flashy. In a very flashy jacket. He's had so much plastic surgery, that guy. I'm sure he gave Tyson the best of his life. I did, bro. But I still miss him, man. And I love animals, you know. It was like I felt physically sick. Someone come on. Someone came up to give someone just came up to give a stream. Well, you know, one of those dodgy guys. Well, I got rid of you because you're a pussy-hole. That's right. Spammers here. Right. Now, what I got to do before the fight starts is drain the lizard and get myself another drink. So watch the entrances. Conor Bum is coming in the ring. I told you it'll probably start around 10. I was right. Conor Bum is coming in. I want to know the predictions. What's happening, chat? What's going to happen in the fight? I got Conor Bum on points, and it'll set up a trilogy. More unfinished business. Time for Eubank Studio to come in, and that's his real name, Eubank, plural with an S, and no grocer's apostrophe. Right. Let's hope we get a good fight. I want everyone to put in their predictions. What are the predictions for the fight? The Triple B is going for Conor Bum on points. What is everybody else going for? I'm so hungry. All I've had is a bit of soup. I make my own soup, my own broth, and it's good. But I really love a kebab. And I mean a shish kebab, not a doner. Oh, look, they've got some fruity guy playing the drums. Get him in the ring, man. No one's interested in this fruity stuff. What is Trippy's choice of drink tonight? Well, for the moment, I had a couple of beers earlier, but Jack Daniels with Coke just to stay awake. especially if Jack Catterall's fighting. Flash the gash. Get your cash on, brothers. Bit of a weird song walker. I can't hear it right. Oh, Nigel Benn's there. Oh, look, Nigel Benn's there dancing off his nut. I've seen Nigel Benn in the club a number of times back in the day, off his nut on X, right, on the E. And he thought he knew me. He came up and said hello to me, shook my hand, give me a hug. I was like, all right, blood. But I always liked Nigel Benn. He was exciting. Every Nigel Benn fight, there was usually drama, excitement, power, violence, and probably steroids too. Oh, Adam's just getting all excited. And there's Nigel Benn with Conor Benn. What's somebody's choice of drink? Please don't say Bud Light or Pink Gin. I've drunk both of those sometimes, yeah, but, you know, not tonight, man. Acoustic says round 2. He's going to get done in. You said that before, man. Yeah. Corey Power says, hello, Big Dosser. What's up, man? Cheaters never win. Unfortunately, they do. Otherwise, the world would be very different. Eubanks on point, says Desperado. Round 2, says Acoustic Gymnastics. Little Musgrave says, I'm predicting an all-time great fight with boxing being the winner. And that's why we love boxing. This is, I guarantee, however the fight goes, Adam Silver will say at some stage, and this is one of the best fights of the year, isn't it, Barry? Aren't we lucky on DAZN? AWB, Benn, KO rounds 4-6, 14-1. Good luck. Good luck, brother. What the F is this? Just more fruitiness, brother. I don't know what this stupid drummer's doing. Eubank points, but I might put a small wager on Eubank's stoppage. Depends if Eubank is not waiting to rain. Weirdly, he weighed in a pound lighter than last time. And Conor Benn has weighed in 3 pounds heavier, which is interesting. My entrance music would be the Matrix soundtrack. I think mine would be Mama Said Knock You Out. I'm going to knock you out. They don't use that a lot. I don't know why. Smith says, epic drama, breathe it in. What? He's so cringe. He makes me sick. Thank you. K-Bongos in the house. Thank you, Kirsty. Shane says he loves you and he's your biggest fan. In fact, he's a whole air conditioner. Oh, I like to play on words. Thank you, Kirsty. Are you wearing your magical black underwear tonight? And what is your prediction for the alleged big fight? That isn't really a big fight. What are these fruity drummers? Look at this stupid look on their face as well, man. Thank you so much for the 49. Very generous. Primal Perdition goes for the Benn stoppage 9-12. Privileged Chitlord says jungle drums are in the house. Yeah, man. I'm glad, Cyborg says, Conor Bum doesn't fight as an Australian. Well, he lived in Australia for ages. I think his sister, who's not bad looking, especially if you like cafe latte, if you're a bit of an all-driller, yeah, she married an Australian Chad, some great Australian Chad with a square jaw. And he also lived in Spain. Conor Bum can actually speak fluent Spanish, actually. John Smith, great to see you. This baboon chip. I can't read it, man. I can't read it, man. Shit will be, you look like Bob Geldof. You know why I know I'm not Bob Geldof? I'll get my Corey out. And believe me, Bob Geldof's Corey would look different from my Corey. And you know why? If you know, you know. I know you said round 2 acoustics. Big Dots are Furious Angels or Club to Death. Well, what do you mean? Are they bands? What do you mean, man? I don't know much about music. Here comes Chris Eubank. Chris Eubank. He's wearing a beautiful fake fur white mink coat. And his bum of a dad is there. His sellout, wronging, murdering. Well, it wasn't murder, but, you know. His killer of a dad who killed some poor builder in his huge truck and nothing happened is leading out his son in a big, beautiful fake mint coat. He looks serious, Eubank. I can't really Oh, and Adam Smith. Oh, it's wonderful, isn't it, to see the dads with their sons? I hate that narrative. It's so cringe, man. This is so cringe, man. Someone has just bought me a coffee, so I've got to bring them up. I've just seen it come up on my phone. Thank you very much to, I will tell you, give me a minute, give me a minute, give me a minute, give me a minute. Oh, my boy Maloney bought me a beer. Maloney, thank you, brother. Bless you. Thank you very much. The great thing about buying me a beer is they don't rob you as much as YT. They take like a few percent rather than 30%. But thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Who do we got winning? I said Ben on points. Acoustics has Chris. Can you let us know when the first round starts? Yeah, I know you always like to get 50 cent. Is it? Is that 50 cent? Are we tripping, man? Wearing loads of gold. 50 Cent is leading Chris Eubank Jr. How much did they have to pay him to do this? Am I tripping? That is 50 Cent, right? That's an interesting bet. 6 to 1 point deducted. My girl got you a bit. Oh, it was your girl. Oh, man. Say thank you very much. I really appreciate that, man. That's so kind, man. I won't say I'm buzzing, but I'm 50 Cent is actually such a whack rapper. He slurs. He can't enunciate his words properly, but I do like some of his tunes, but they're not really his tunes. Someone else has made them up. Do you think Turkey keeps the detail on when he's making a big dirt? Yeah. He'll go completely naked. Yeah, it's just the PIMP. FOFTYCENT and SNOOP. And Chris Eubank Jr. Am I tripping? That is actually 50 Cent, man. Can't lose with 50 Cent walking out. To be honest, right, I used to dislike him so much because he's manufactured. He's a whack rapper, but his tunes are very catchy, but they're not really made by him, right? But it's pretty cool. It's lifted people. I don't know how much they paid 50 to come over. Maybe Turkey had to do a big dirt on him. He looks about 65 now, 50. They used to call 65 Cent. The guy behind Junior in the brown jacket is his older brother. He's currently on a rape charge. Oh, Joseph Eubank. No, he beat it. He was on a rape charge of a 16-year-old. And under very dodgy circumstances, he got let out. Yep. Yeah. How much money you got? 350. Yeah, 50 and it says, I've got 50 on you. Did the fight start? Not yet, Nevergoon. We've still got 50 leading Chris Eubank Jr. in his fake mint coat. That's right, man. Conor bringing P. Diddy. Conor's bringing P. Diddy. Yeah, I wonder if P. Diddy's watching it in the big house, man. Toki Hokuto, arigato. What channel is this fight on? I can't find it. Well, if you've got a Fire Stick or a stream, you know, but it's DAZN. It's DAZN. I don't know if they have it in the country, bro. Legendary. To be fair, it's actually quite amusing. It's actually quite lifted me. And I bet Conor Bum is not happy because he had some fruity guys beating drums. And then Chris Eubank brings in Fiddy. My favorite rapper is Nas and Rakim. Mine is Eazy-E. Who else? I was listening to the other day that I really like Gangstar. Forgotten. Strangely enough, what is it called? Just to Get a Rep. And the other one was Lovesick. I'm just lovesick. I can't remember. I had too many drinks to rap now, but Gangstar were quite good. But Eazy-E is my favorite individual rapper. I do like Fiddy. His tunes are just good. They pump when you go to the gym. That's interesting. Ja Rule's better than 50 Cent, better songs. Ja Rule did have good songs, but he disappeared, didn't he? And he got crushed in the beef. How do we know 50 never made the bang as well? It's usually other people, producers and stuff like that behind the scene. And all that, I got shot 9 times. Wait, you got shot 9 times. You haven't got a single scar. If you get shot 9 times and you're not dead, then you've been shot with a pea shooter. You remember when Fiddy used to rip the piss out of Gay Weather for being low IQ? Yeah, he was quite funny. He'd say he couldn't read. But they used to be big pals, didn't they? To like is free. Remember that? To like is free. Did Eubank stop training his other son, Holland? Well, his rejected son? I don't know. Rappers, singers always sound shit in ring walks. Well, I mean, there's a big difference between live music is usually whacker than, you know, something's been produced in a studio, right? Remember, like, comment, subscribe. My boy don't stop. Philly looks old as fuck. Yeah, he looks about 65, man. Dr. Dre looks about 75. Dr. Dre is fruity, apparently. There are rappers on YouTube that will tell you about Dr. Dre's fruitiness. Rod Stewart, infamous for making a song celebrating the Armenian genocide, Young Turks. His son recently boxed on Misfits and got sparked in 20 seconds. He came out like that, threw a couple of punches, stood there with a stupid look on his face and cornrows, and the guy just went bing, 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 and none of them could fight. Fiddy would do you back. Apparently, Fiddy was a Golden Gloves champion, but, you know, I don't necessarily believe that. It just sounds good. It's like him getting shot 9 times. What? You're shot 9 times and you haven't got a single injury? Forget about it, man. Privilege shit. The whole event so far is very un-European. UK. Well, the whole thing's shit anyway, man. If Eubank Jr. wasn't famous, he would have been put in the slot long time ago. Yeah, man. Should be sectioned. Remember Roy Jones and the Wu-Tang Clan? I can't, but I remember Roy Jones rapping himself in, saying, "Y'all must have forgot. Y'all must have forgot. Y'all must have forgot." What a bum. I think 50 got shot in the tongue, right? Well, come on, man. I don't believe that, man. If you get shot, it's like a fake Trump shooting. If you get, it would have been at close quarters, right? Because it's not like some guy was shooting him from a mile away. If you're at close quarters and you take a round in the tongue, you're just going to rip half your face off. Sorry, bro. Here comes the spammers. Put the spammers away. I'm quite impressed the spammers are using the Chill Me channel to spam. Loads of rappers are fruity. Yeah, probably part of the deal. Yeah. You know, Professor Griff from Public Enemy, he does a good video on it. So he's been cancelled, obviously. So what's the story behind the car crash involved? You've actually with that guy in the car died. Well, he was driving dangerously in his lorry and he killed a builder who's working on the side of the road. Just search for it, bro, on Google. And nothing happened. Nothing happened. Conor, bum. He looks up for it. There's Jason Statham. Is that Terence Crawford there? Is that Benedict Cumberbatch? How do they get these guys? I guess Turkey paid them, right? Because this event ain't got the money to pay for 50 cents. And here we go. Chris Eubank, I'm here with my son. I have taught him to be moral. I have taught him the difference between right and wrong and not to kill anyone in your truck. And 50 Cent is there with some giant diamond-encrusted necklace. To be honest, and Shalom is putting his hand up like he is the boss. Shalom is the boss. And their face, this is so theatrical, right? Staring at each other. Who's that? Oh, Martin Macaulay. Martin Macaulay's in the crowd. Right, ST, Little Musgrave, Strange is aligned to mine. Right. I will be calling the first bell for ST. Howard Foster's judging. All right, so we'll probably get a split controversial decision. He was 250 pounds, blind. He was 250 pounds, bro. Oh, he's fined 250 pounds. No. He's fined 250,000 pounds, wasn't he? UK's finest at judging. And you've got to remember the legacy of the fathers. Well, this is history in the making, isn't it, Matthew? Oh, no, they got rid of Matthew Mackin. Okay, the Destroyer. So Conor Bums called himself the Destroyer, like his dad, the Dark Destroyer. Okay, yeah. Please, Did he actually say there is a cacophony of noise? He doesn't even understand what word cacophony means. Cacophony means an unpleasant noise. Loads of cheering is not an unpleasant. It's an up. It's an up. Adam Smith can't speak English. Shalom is the type of guy you would have been dancing when the twin... I can't say anymore. I can't say anymore. Okay, let's go. Okay, round one is about to start. Now we're going to watch the boxing. Now I'm going to commentate on the boxing. Okay, ST, are you ready? And everyone else watching to align their stream. Huge entertainment. Shut up, Adam Smith. Eubank looks a bit drawn and skinny. Round one. Ding, ding. Round one. Live on DAZN. The legacy continues. History in the making. We love it. Don't we, Barry? Now, the last time, Eubank started Ben started a bit fast. Eubank looks a bit drawn to me. I mean, he's muscled, but doesn't he look a bit drawn to you? Whereas Ben looks heavier than last time. We know there will be fire, says Adam Smith. Yeah. Do we? Hit at Tottenham, the home of... Shut up, Adam. You're a bum. You're a piece of shit. Shut your mouth for 1 minute. Let's watch the action like we're Ottawalin and the cup chair. So nothing much has been landed. A couple of jabs from Bum. He's feinting a lot, Ben, which I quite like. Moving his head. A body shot that missed clearly. Conor Benn's wearing them stupid gladiator type shorts. They're exchanging jabs. Good right hand by Ben. And another wild one that missed. A cracking shot by Conor Bum. Yeah, I wouldn't say I'm buzzing, but at least I'm a bit up for it. Good shot by Eubank. Right hand by Eubanks. It's been an even round so far. Ben is expending a lot more energy than Eubank. Eubank has been a lot more patient, whereas Ben is doing a lot of moving, back and forward, ducking, diving. I think feinting is good, and he's probably fresher than Eubank and won't have drained himself, but there's no point wasting energy. If you're going to feint, do something afterwards. Land a punch. Feint, get an opening, hit. Good jab from Ben, says Adam Smith. What do you mean? It was just a normal jab that landed. You know, stupid idiot. Ben rubbing the head in. Anyone know who the referee is? Is he biased? It's a very even round. A very even round so far. But I don't like to give even rounds. I think it's a cop-out. So I would go 10-9 Conor Bum. Boxing class disagrees. Eubank won that. Well, it was very close. Very close. It does look like the size difference is less this time, says John Smith. Oh, and they're playing adverts on a pay-per-view. You imagine that, man. And there's the disrespect. ST synced up now. Well done, mate. I'll also call a second round for anyone. Eubank actually landed. Well, they both landed a couple of shots. They both landed a right hand and a few jabs. Yeah, I'm with ST. I think Ben won the first round. Privileged Shitlord says 10-10. So we've got all kinds of different opinions. And I agree with that. Actually, probably it is an even round. But I don't like to score even rounds. I think it's cowardly. Bomax in the corner. Well, he's not. He can't get in the ring because he's so fat. Yeah, I would say Ben to me edged it. I'm going 10-9 Conor Bum. You know, by like one jab more. Second round, 255, 254, 253. Conor Bum continues to come forward. Eubank is more patient. He definitely does not want to waste energy because the last time, allegedly, his toenail fell off and they couldn't get him to hospital. Conor Benn's jab isn't bad. Eubank seems to be landing the right hand. Does Eubank's right cheek look slightly red? Is the jab landing? He's sticking the head in Conor bum. Well, that's boxing, isn't it, Adam? Eubank's cheek looks very slightly red. Oh, nice jab by Benn. What? Down goes Benn. It's a slip. It's a slip. And the ref is milking it. Well, yeah, the ref loves to get his face in because, his normal job is probably, a postman. Which I wouldn't have a problem with the postman. But, and this is his moment in the limelight. So he wants to be in the limelight and make a name for himself. So he could say to everyone, oh, I was the ref. He does look a lot bigger, Eubank, but the size difference is less obvious, and I do think Eubank looks strained. It's quite weird that Benn is using the jab well when he's so much shorter. I think Eubank's... I'm a little worried about Eubank's energy levels. Maybe he's conserving it like last time. Or maybe he has really struggled with the weight. More jabs by Benn. Benn's round so far with a minute left. I like the way Benn's moving his head, but he uses a lot of energy unnecessarily. You should do more subtle movement. He does two big movements, backward and forward, moving too much. Do you know what I'm saying? But his jab is working very well. And his Eubank's reflexes and timing are not as sharp as Conor Bum's. 24 seconds left. Another good jab by Conor Bum. Yeah, I don't think Eubank's face is really injured. It just looks slightly reddened underneath the right eye. Conor Bum. Good right hand by... that's definitely Conor Bum's round. Definitely Conor Bum's round. Boxing Classics has it 1-1, which is fair enough. If you have Eubank winning the first round, I have it 2-0 to Eubanks. You might be right. Nigel Benn points. I just think there was value there. There was value there, and the way in there's Jason Statham with, trying to smile with a stupid look on his face, trying to pretend he's not high on Yale. David Adelaide is there. Nigel Benn is there with his daughter, Turkey al-Sheikh, in the house. Rod Stewart is there with his bum of a son who got knocked out in 20 seconds, flattened. Peter, Eubank's finished. We stopped in 8. He's aged overnight, as they do. I think it's the weight issue. And with Maloney, Maloney says, Benn 2 points up. I completely agree. And it's quite concerning the way Eubank's timing is slightly off and his energy levels are down. And Conor Benn looks stronger this time. He looks stronger. He's pushing off Eubanks. I mean, at this stage, Conor Benn points for a trilogy is my prediction. And it is his footwork, Ben, is good. I think he overdoes it. Move 6 inches back, 6 inches forward. Don't jump back like 2 feet. But his jab, as a shorter guy, is finding the target. And that is interesting. And his feints are working quite well. He's not taking advantage of the feints of the mistakes. He's not throwing enough, but he's certainly put Eubank out of his rhythm. And he looks stronger than Chris Eubank in there. He's pushing him around. He's hit with an uppercut. Well, that's exactly what I just said, brother. Eubank lands a right. I still have it Benn's round thus far. Ooh, big, wild overhand right. You got to watch out with those wild shots against good fighters. They rarely work. You can use them when you got the guy on the ropes in the corner, but throwing a wild overhand right is not a great tactic against a quality fighter. He looks very fit, Conor Benn. He looks very fit. Decent body shot. This is a difficult round to score. This is a difficult round to score. I still have Benn edging it. Let's look at the last 30 seconds. Let's see what happens. Another great jab by Benn. Another right hand. Eubank doesn't seem to have the spring in his step this fight. Down he goes. He got pushed over by Benn. It doesn't mean a lot, but it's like Conor Benn is stronger than him. Stronger than him. You know? And Eubank seems a bit reticent, trying to conserve energy, knowing he's dehydrated. That was very hard to score. I mean, I would take it anyway, but I actually no. I think it's a 10-10 round or a 10-9 round to Benn. And I don't like to score 10-10 rounds. So even though every round has been super close, I'm going 3 rounds to nothing to Conor Benn. Michael says, yeah, I think Benn wins. I'm shocked. I mean, it's early. Benn's jab is working very well. It's them free-range eggs. Eubank reminds me of De Gea when he fought Eubank. Yeah, he got old overnight. Benn's still lightly juicing, certainly. Yep. Yeah, your man didn't win in 2 rounds. Boxing Classics has 1-2 Benn. I have it 3-0 Benn. Is it time to go to bed now? Depends what country you're in, bro, and how tired you are. I think it's worth watching the fight and worth listening to the Triple B commentary because it's a lot better than the Adam Smith commentary. 3-0 Benn. I agree. Okay, round 4. The rematch of the year, according to Adam Smith. Shut up, you bum. We knew it wasn't going to be. I can't stand this idiot. Just shut your mouth for a minute. Shut your mouth. You got verbal diarrhea, hoa. Well, messy, but Benn was the only one that landed. Come on. I need the money. Come on, Conor Benn. Don't stop him. Just win on points. Another jab. Conor Benn's jab has been the most impressive weapon. And it's great right hand by Benn. And Eubank nods, which never looks good. Yeah, you hit me. It doesn't look good. Carl Frampton has got Benn 3 rounds up, so he does. I agree. Another great jab by Conor Benn. I'm here, Chubby. You're still there, Peter. I'll look in between the rounds. I'll look at what the odds are. How the bookies are seeing it. I wonder how it's what you like, isn't it, Adam? Bum. He's missing Eubank. He seems to be flat. His timing is off. He seems to be conserving energy. He seems weight drained. Nice body shot by Benn. What was that about? I mean, we're still early on, right? It's round 4. But again, this is a Conor Bum round, but there's a minute left. Another good jab by Conor Bum in the Eubank's face. His reflexes seem off as well, Eubank. Like I said, look at his arms. Look at his body. It looks drained. It looks drained. Nice right hand by Bum. Another one. Eubank shakes his head, which is never a good look. It means you felt it. Another jab by Conor Bum. Oh, Adam Smith just noticed the damage on the right eye of Eubank that I called in the first round. I should have this idiot's job. But I wouldn't want this shame. The shame of getting shat on with a big dirt by Turkey. A right hand by Benn. It slips the return shot. He's boxing well, Benn. 10 seconds left. This is a much clearer Conor Benn round. Conor Benn is winning this. Never good. 29-28 Benn. No, I have Benn winning every round. Looking good, Scoby. Thank you, bro. Benn 3-0. Benn 4-0 now. Anyone seen Gad in the stadium? Gad will be up to some wronging tonight. Yeah, on the internet looking at illegal stuff. Eubank doesn't look healthy. AZWQ. Exactly. He doesn't. Look at his arms. They look drained. 4-0. Yeah, 4-0. Absolutely 4-0. It's what you like, though, isn't it, Adam? Benn, odds on. Oh, it's Boxing Classic has 1-3, Benn. I have it 4-0. But let's have a look. Let's see what the bookies have at the moment. Corners, 10 seconds. Yeah. Conor Benn is 3-1 on now. Benn odds on. AW 1-5. Really? That long? 4-0 to Bum, Nadal. I agree. He's actually boxing extremely well. His jab is good. But it's also, Eubank is flat. Eubank has let himself get pushed around. Look at that. You see, Benn seems stronger. For a naturally smaller man, it's very interesting. And his jab, for a shorter man, landing is interesting. Eubank's very flat. He's landed a couple of jabs this round. Nadav, Bum forward on points, float like a butterfly, sting like a road man. Yes, blood, the fake road man, the upper middle class, rich road man. Whatever, man. I respect anyone that fights, especially as a pro, you know. Benn, Eubank's timing is weak. He's missing. Benn is making him miss, but he's also decent jab from Eubanks. It's pretty even thus far. We're halfway through the 5th round. Nice jab by Bum. He's very fit, Conor. Those eggs must be super. But will he slow down? And when he slows down, will Eubank start to land? Is Benn's right eye getting a bit swollen? Is Benn's right eye getting a bit swollen? He's missing a lot, Eubank. And if you know anything about boxing, missed punches take a lot out of you. Energy, nice shots by Bum. Energy, they mentally take away your confidence. You know what I'm saying? Turkey's enjoying this one. Another jab by Bum. Another jab by Bum. He's just landing more. Another jab by Bum. This is Benn's round. A right hand. A right hand on the left hook. Eubank smiles. Never looks good. Another jab by Bum. Eubank's timing is off. It's off. And he's got a stupid look on his face. Whenever a fighter has a stupid look on his face, it never looks good. That is another Benn round. That is 5-0. That is 5-0 to Conor Benn. Eubank looks flat, very, very much so. Cyborg. Eubank is not looking good. No. He is, he looks flat. He's missing. His timing's off. Benn is now 1-7. I wonder if I can. No, I'm not going to cash in. Cashing in bets is for pussios. So my bet was Conor Bum on points, and that's where it's going to stay. But anything can happen. Lovely jab, Conor Benn. His jab has been phenomenal this evening. You know, and surprisingly for a shorter guy. You can get shorter guys with good jabs. Mike Tyson used to have a great jab. The Cruiserweight rematch August 2026. Yeah, that's right. Hong Kong. Setting up trilogy for both these idiots is so tough. Well, that's what I said at the beginning. So we're now round 6. And in my opinion, Benn's won every round. You might give Eubank 1 round, but I don't. But you know, it's what you like, isn't it, Adam? And Benn might slow down. He's been expending a lot of energy, you know, whereas Eubank hasn't been expending that much energy, although he's been getting hit. You know, he's pushing Eubank around, Benn. But once he loses his energy, he won't be able to feint, duck, you know, and then it starts to even up a bit, like it did the first fight. And when he starts throwing wild shots like he just did, it never looks good. Never looks good. Missing shots looks terrible for the judges. And it's bad psychologically. Eubank getting caught again. And already Adam Smith said, it could be 1 apiece. We could go for the trilogy. He's already said that in the 6th round. He's already talking about a trilogy, that bum. Eubank misses a lot, but he's landing a few shots. This is even thus far this round. Maybe, you know, I don't want to be biased because I want Bum to win on point. I can see a split decision for Bum. You can't take your eyes off it, can you, Adam? Is what he just said. What a bum. He misses a lot, Eubanks. His timing is not there. You know, sometimes, you know, you have a spar and you get beaten up by guys that are lesser than you. You know, because your timing's off. Something's not working. This is the impression I'm getting in this fight. Look, again, down goes Eubank. It's a push, but the very fact that he's tired enough to get pushed over by a small amount. Oh, piss off, ref. Stop trying to get your face in the papers. You're a piece of shit. Is he slowing down? Decent overhand right by Bum. Another body shot. Again, Bum's round so far. 50 Cent must be crying. 50 Cent has backed the wrong horse. The fruity drummers back the right horse. Missing Eubank. Terrible look. Tires you. Miss. I'm going to give it an even round just because, you know, I'm sure the judges will be giving Eubank more credit. But in my opinion, like Michael says, it's 6-0. You know, I shouldn't. Oh, Adi Alapido, who knows nothing about boxing. AZ double Q, yep. He's sickly, slow, weak, yep. Nadav says he's bum round every round. I see it, 9th round TKO. They might pull him out, you know. They might think, look, you haven't got it tonight. We're going to pull you out. I don't think so. I don't think so. I'm not sure Benn has put enough damage on Chris Eubank. AWB, it's 1-20. No, it is 1-20 for Conor Bum. I forgot where I did my bets, but like, Card Fountain has it 60-54, so he does, winning every round, and I agree with him. Putting the head in, Conor Bum. Martin Norris is here. Martin Norris, £10. Thank you so much for the generosity from the Frog and from M. Great to see you. Pepe the Frog is in the house. Well done. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed the show. I hope you find my commentary a lot better than that bum, Adam Smith. That's very generous. Very generous. £10. That's very kind. Thank you to everyone who's given money to the Triple B. Okay, Conor Benn's, Eubank started to land a bit more this round. Little Musgrave, put it out as a part of the Warrior Code. Yeah, but, you know, it happens. It happens. I just don't think he's hurt enough. Good body shots, good right hand by Bum, evening the round up. Another body shot. Eubank just isn't landing. He's slow. He's slow. He's doing better this round, but look at. Did you see the way he wobbled back there on tired legs, Chris Eubank? On tired legs, again. You know, we've got 5.5 rounds left, but Benn has looked. If he can keep up this energy level, then surely. Oh, stuck the head in there. He's never been warned about using the head. And Eubank's fading in the last half of the round, which is another indication that he's suffering with fitness. There's no pop in his shots, actually. Another great jab by Conor Bum. And his stupid tattoos are glowing. At least Eubank doesn't have any stupid tattoos. I'll give him that. Well, he has actually. He's got a tattoo on his head to pretend he's got hair. But anyway. Oh, see, jabbing again. In the last half of the round, Eubank fades. And that's where he loses the round. Every time. Half a minute left. I got Benn edging this round again. He's just more accurate. You know, Eubank seems to. I could barely count the number of shots on one hand that Chris Eubank has landed. Oh, big right hand by Benn, and another. Eubank comes back and he nods. Yeah, stop nodding. All that is stupidity. Concentrate on the fight. Good job by Benn. Another round for Conor Benn, and Conor Benn is laughing in his face. Laughing in his face. Oh dear, man. 7-0. Absolutely. Absolutely. If you're honest, and I am honest, you know, it doesn't matter what bet I've put on. I will call the rounds as they are. And Benn has been winning every round. Triple B, all the flight logs have been leaked. What? The Jeffrey Epp. The Jeffrey Epp. Really? Now that is interesting. And quite weird comment in the middle of the fight. But yeah. So there's 50 Cent with probably his fruity boyfriend with a huge bejeweled ring on his pinky ring. And he looks a bit worried because he knows his boy is losing. He backed the wrong horse. So it's 7-0. For betting purposes, all I want to see is a Conor Benn win. I don't want to see anyone stopped. I don't want to see anyone pulled out. I don't want to see Eubank win on points. I want to see Conor Benn on points. And he's missing. Another right hand by Conor Bum. A bit of wrestling. I mean, the worry is, will Conor Benn slow down? I mean, he should have 7 rounds in the bank, but you know what? The judges are so corrupt. You can't trust. You can't trust. Eubank just doesn't seem to have any snap, any will to win. There you go. I don't really trust CompuBox or whatever they use, but that's a big difference. Huh? That's a big difference in power punches landed. Another jab from Conor Benn. Another miss by Chris Eubank. He's just not there. He's not there tonight, Conor Eubank. He's not there. Sometimes you have a flat performance. Eubank is looking at... Oh, his gum shield came out then. That's never a good look. His gum shield's come out. He's looking at... If you caught him, he looked at the timer. He looked at the time. That means he's tiring. And there's still over a minute left. Yeah, Chris Eubank just can't get anything good going. And he's on the back foot. He doesn't look like he has the will to win this. I don't think he was ready for the pressure, for the jab of Benn. There he misses again. He's tiring himself. He's looking sorry for himself. This is another Benn round. Benn puts the head in again. He hasn't been warned at all for sticking his head in. Conor Benn just hit the ref. Oh, piss off, ref. Stop getting your stupid face into action. Just so you can say to everyone, I was the ref. Look, here I am. You're a bum. All refs are bums. They're like traffic wardens, like police. Oh, Eubank's coming back. A couple of shots. Is there a glimmer of hope for Eubank? I don't think so. I still have that a Benn round. Or let's give it an even round, man. There won't be a third fight, says Pete Richards. Eubank is finished. Unfortunately, money counts. Neymar will be raging, says Acoustics. Is Neymar there? Eubank needs to retire. He's done. Okay, currently, you get 8-1 on Chris Eubank, which equates to about, what's 1.05? It's like 20-1 on for Conor Benn. Chris Eubank seems very distressed, unlike when he killed that poor builder. Prime Patrician, how can it look so bad in just 6 months? I think Conor Benn is fitter. I think Chris Eubank misjudged the weight. They're showing highlights of Eubank landing a lot of punches in that last round to sway the public, but I still think he lost. David, are you good, Triple? Yeah, I'm okay, bro. I'm actually enjoying this fight. Carl Frampton has Conor Benn winning every round, so he does. And I agree with him. Now, you could say, good shots by Conor Benn. Eubank is not at the races today. He's now been hurt. Oh, no, sorry. Oh, the fan zones have 80-73. They gave Eubank drawing the third round. So, look, if the judges, the corrupt British judges, have anything else but Benn pissing this fight, they're more corrupt. Now, he may be slowing a bit, Benn, but, Eubank is hardly a bundle of energy. Eubank's doing a little bit better, but like I said, the problem is in the second half of the round, the second minute of the round, he gasses, and he misses a lot of shots. I'm enjoying this, man. 8-0, absolutely 8-0. Carl Frampton has it 8-0, so he does. He's also been on the back foot. Good shots by Bum. Another good shot by Bum. Piss off, ref. You're a mug. That's what Adam Swiss should be saying. Get out of the way, ref. You're a mug. Nice jab by Conor Bum. And he tends to take over in the second half of the round. Eubank's laboured punches, laboured footwork. His lack of reflexes. His lack of strength. And Conor Bum's come forwardness. His aggression. There's no real power there, but there's enough. And if you land, again, Eubank falling over his own legs. That means tiredness. That means tiredness. And he looked tired since round 3. Oh, Adam said 3 matches often go the same way. No, they don't. They so often don't. Shut up. You're a bum. You know nothing about boxing. Conor Benn putting the pressure on. Body shots. Jabbing. We're end of round 9. Missing Eubank and blocked. The shots were blocked. The crowd got excited, but they were blocked and missed. They don't count. Another Benn round. Another Benn round. Such a disappointing fight. Just one person winning every round. Yeah, but brother, ST, I mean, unfortunately, I went for Conor Benn points. I said it in my preview. And therefore, I'm buzzing. I just hope Eubank wins. What? Imagine the next 6 months talking to Coogan. He's walked around like he won the first fight. Cynical trilogy coming our way. Yeah. Michael says, facts, ST. Yeah, but I don't have a problem. Hearn is going to be insufferable. Bon Scott, a Scottish friend. How are you, brother? Great to have you here. Great to have you here. Eubank is done, says Chitlord. He just hasn't landed anything effective. He doesn't have any snap in his shots. Right? His only chance would be to stop Bum. But he hasn't shown enough. So, round 10, 3 rounds left. Now, Conor Benn just has, even if he lost the 3 rounds, he should still win. But he's determined to make. He's determined to win, and I like that. So he's continuing with the same tactics. Feinting, moving back, throwing the jab, the left hook, as Jim Watt used to say. Another missed shot by Eubank. He's been missing so much. He looks, I wouldn't say he looks like a novice. That's a bit excessive. But he does look like someone who is not comfortable, who is not a world-class fighter. And I just want to see Chris Eubank Sr. cry. He just doesn't want to engage Eubank because he knows he's not fit enough. Something's missing. Something's missing. I'm just glad you made money from the tribute. Well, I haven't so far, bro. Seems a bit weird. There is something weird. They look below British level. Oh, good right hand by Conor Bum and a jab. See, Conor Benn is slipping the punches. He's blocking them. He's riding the punches. He has barely taken a clean shot. And Eubank looks heavy on his feet, and his feet look flat. I'm nervous because I don't want to see a turnaround of events because you never know with boxing. You never know with boxing. And that's why we love the sport, isn't it, Barry? Another missed shot, but he landed one shot, Eubank, but bang, another jab right in his face. He loves the jab. He loves the jibber jabber, Eubank. He misses so much, Eubank. And laboured shots, laboured shots. You got to have Eubank, not Eubank, Conor winning this round as well. Boom, another shot, another counter shot. Eubank just doesn't land any clean shots. You can't win a fight without landing any clean shots. Body shots from Benn. He's stronger. The jab is good. Blood from the nose. Did he say blood from the nose with Eubanks? One shot landed. One shot landed from Eubank. That don't win you the round. Another Benn round. Another Benn round. Snooze fest, says Bang Daddy Paddy. Well, Bang Daddy, I don't know what you expected. I know they said, oh, the first fight was one of the fights of the century. Well, we know that, man. Peter Richards, we know it's bullshit. I mean, thank you and good night. Well done, Triple B. Points victory for Bum. Sadly, he beat a carcass. We don't know yet, brother. We've still got 2 rounds. Anything can happen. Cuts can happen. Fluke knockdowns can happen. You could twist your ankle. You could cut. 10-0, Michael Maloney. Absolutely. It's 18-1 on Chris Eubank Jr. Nigel Benn is really excited. And he's there with his wife, who cheated on loads of times, including having Harley Benn, the son he abandoned. He was born on virtually on the same day as Conor Bum. There's Baby Spice. She doesn't look bad she must be about 60. She doesn't look bad. She always looked like a butcher's assistant, or she worked in a fish market, though, you know. Fat, wide hips, unathletic, large pants, small bra, that kind of look. But she got a cute face. He looks finished, Eubank. Round 11. Round 11. He just cannot find the target, Eubank. He cannot find the target. Boom, boom. Other shots. Conor Benn's not hurting him, but he's feeding the shots, Eubank. He's not, you know, he hasn't been staggered, but this is boxing, and you can win on points. Especially if your name's Floyd Mayweather. There you go. You see that? Chris Eubank just looked at the clock, and there's 1:55 left, and he's already looking at the clock. Shit. I'm about Woo, I thought I was about to lose my stream. Nice jab by Conor Benn. Again, every round has been very similar. Very similar. Eubank missing, Eubank looking at the clock, Eubank getting a jab in the face. Conor Bum being more active, more accurate. There hasn't been a lot of power, but you don't have to have power to win a fight. It's got to be a unanimous decision. Anything less, well, you know, we don't know yet. At the end of the round, if it goes distance, anything less than a unanimous decision is a disgrace. Boom, nice jab. Again, Eubank misses and takes counter shots. He's not at the races today, Eubanks. And he'll make excuses afterwards, probably. The rehydration clause was a problem, maybe, blah, blah. "30 seconds of the penultimate round. More jab by Benn. He's so fit, Conor Benn. I'm very impressed by his fitness. His movement, his fitness. He has not stopped moving. I thought, he throws Conor Bum on the floor. Don't take a point away. Please don't take a point away. Please don't take a point away, you piece of shit. Oh, and Conor Benn's stronger than Eubank. I said that from round 1. He's throwing him around, even though he's smaller. Naturally. Not the win. Another, come on, man. Getting tossed around by the smaller guy. Yeah. Take your underpants off, lol. Is that Dave Coldwell's account? Absolute whack fight, Princeton. Yeah, you know. Who's the ref? Some bum. Fitness is eggs. Eggs. If it's anything, right. Eubanks had another son, Nathaniel Wilson, he took nothing to do with. Hardly a paragon of virtue like he makes out. And he's killed someone. Right? And he sent his kids off to a random woman he met in a bar in Germany. Senior going to hit Junior with his car. I think he lost his lorry. He couldn't afford it. He can't afford it no more, right? I think Eubank's excuse will be 10 million, yeah. David, Eubank's range is off now as he's got all the... Yeah, I agreed. Right, final round. Come on, Conor. Don't get hit on the chin. Don't stop him either. Just keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep the gloves up. Keep jabbing him. Don't do silly punches. Don't take any risks. It's in the bag. You remember in his early, when Conor Benn started, he was a lightweight. He got dropped by a bum journeyman. But it's amazing that eggs will improve your chin. Oh, right hand by Benn. And he slips the shots. And Eubank misses again. Credit to both guys, says Adam Smith. What do you mean, man? It's been a walkover. Two minutes left. Conor continues to land. Eubank continues to miss. You got to count the body shots. Conor Benn's been landing a lot of body shots too. They may not look dramatic, but they're scoring shots. Oh, he's landed a couple of jabs, Eubanks. Left and right. Ooh, Conor took a shot. Don't take any risks, Conor bum. 1 minute 30 left. Oh, Conor Benn rubbing his glove in Eubank's face. I don't mind a bit of dirtiness. If my man's winning, you know what I'm saying? Jab. Slip the jab. Comes back with a jab. Probably Eubank's, well, I was going to say his best round, but that doesn't mean much. 1 minute left. Oh, down goes Eubank. No. Please don't stop Eubanks. Please don't stop Eubanks. Please don't stop Eubanks. Come on, ref. Give him all the time in the world. Give him all the time in the world. Jab. His legs are gone. Run, Eubank. Run. Grab. Hold. Get through the round, you bum. No, I don't want no British stoppage. Come on, Eubank. 20 seconds. His legs are absolutely gone. His legs are absolutely gone. And down goes Eubanks again. Please don't stop it, ref. I will wring your neck. I will wring your neck, you bum. Now, just run away, Eubank. Run away. You've got a few seconds. And it has to be a unanimous decision. It has to be a unanimous decision. The Triple B is right again. He predicted a Conor bum points win. And Nigel Benn is getting excited and getting in the ring. And there's the respect. Come on, man. Cedar is going to hit Junior with his car tomorrow. I know you said that. That's good. Oh. That's good. What a performance. A lot of laughter as Eubank goes down. Lol. Triple B is one funny geezer. Thank you, man. I'm glad you enjoyed it. And you got to say, man, the Triple B commentary is way, way more informative, more knowledgeable, and funnier than Adam Bum Smith. Let's have the decision. It's got to be a formality. Anything else but a unanimous points decision. I mean, that's a 7-10 round. So he's lost every round and had a 7-10 round. That is a unanimous... I even think I got a free bet and I put it on unanimous decision by Conor Bum. Congrats, Triple B, says Shitlord. I don't know, man. You know, when you've got dodgy dodgy judges, British judges, you never know. I bet 50 Cent is like, shit, I paid $3.50 for this? Damn. Shit, I backed the wrong corner. And there's the respect. Did he say that, David? Please don't tell me. Triple B is the Bible of boxing. Thank you, Peter Richards. I said I predicted a Ben points. We haven't got the decision yet, but it can't be anything else but a Conor Benn. Oh, Eddie Hearn has got wood. He's grabbing Conor Benn like he grabs Sky Nicholson when they're in bed. The commentary is sycophantic. Yeah, but we just had Adam Smith, bro. Cox said, boys, can anyone tell me if there's more than 500 punches landed? Why did you put a bet on that? I didn't see Eubank land a lot of punches. Boom. It wasn't even a proper shot that put Eubank down. It was a bit on the back of the head, but I told his legs were gone. I'm so glad he made it through the round. I would have been gutted had Chris Eubank got stopped with 10 seconds left. And with the British referee, you never can be sure. You never can be sure. Yep. Hearns has got a hard one. He's got wood. He's got wood. And he's rubbing it against Conor Benn as if Conor Benn was Sky Nicholson. Anyway, I enjoyed that fight. Yeah, David, like he grabbed Foch for the end of the round. Do you remember that? He went, man, he grabbed Foch. Didn't he grab Tony Bellend? And Tony Bellend shoved him away. And Eddie Hearn looked like he was about to cry, like a man rejected by his first girlfriend in front of another man. Honestly, can Conor become a champion? He's not that bad. No, he's not that bad. People have been saying for years he can't, but, you know, at light middleweight, surely he should move back down to light middleweight. I don't think he can make welter anymore. But at light middleweight, it's a very open division. There's a lot of good fighters at light middleweight. Primal, that was a good crack. Let's have the decision, man. Put me out of my misery, please. He put Conor Benn face down, ass up, in exactly the same position that Eddie Hearn put Sky Nicholson in, and the same position that Turkey Al Sheikh and AKA Skins put Gay in. Him and Zoo would be a good fight. Yeah, I agree. Look, Terence Crawford is looking uninterested. Ben will never be a world champion, says David. I don't necessarily agree with that. It's who you fight. And, you know, he has work rate. He has determination. Light middle, Boots, Ortiz will kill Ben. Yes, I agree. But there are other guys there, right? Who's at middleweight? He might even try for a middleweight title. He'll be rated after this. $116, $110. The winner by unanimous decision. And now, some bum champion. The one, the son of the legend, the son of the Dark Destroyer, Conor, the bum Benn. Triple B wins his bets. Triple B wins his bets and shows his prediction. I even said it on the live yesterday. And you remember Joe Barnes, the guy from Escape the System? I said Ben on points. I was right. I know my boxing. Adam Smith doesn't. ST, I'm shocked. I'm not. I'm actually shocked by how easily he did it. I actually thought it would be harder for Ben. A whitewash, definitely. Retirement for you, bum, says Nordic Warrior. Probably. Where's he going to go? Well, unless it's a trilogy. The problem is, how do you sell a trilogy when you got worked over that badly and lost every round? I cannot believe that one judge had it 116, 110, and that includes a 7-10 round in the last round, right? Think about that. That means you would have had it a draw. If that round had been a draw or Eubank had won it, right? Am I right or wrong? How much do you make, Furky? Oh, nothing much, man. I'll have a look. Maybe 90 quid. Maybe 90 quid. But when you poll, 90 quid's a lot of money. And I have to say thank you to all the beautiful fans. Tinto Brass Balls with the £5. My man Shane Bongus is in the house. And his lovely girl, Kirsty Bongus in the black underwear. And Martin Norris with a very generous £10. Thank you guys so much. I hope you enjoyed my commentary. Well done, mate. Yeah, thanks, man. I hope other people took. I have so many tips that have come right. You know, Wardley winning against Parker by KO, Arslan Mahmudov winning against Dave Allen, and that's just that I can remember the last couple of months. I know my boxing, man. Your prediction is very good, even for underdogs. Thank you very much, brother. I appreciate it. Should be pop, 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 bang. Thank you, bro. I'm buzzing. I don't know how much I won. I don't think it's that extraordinary, but it's better than a loss. It shows I know my boxing. It shows that if me funds follow my predictions, they will make profit. I'm in profit every single year. I have bet every single year except one when I used to just get drunk and bet for fun. That's the only time I've ever lost on profit in a year. And one year I made £16,000 of profit. Wardley's a tough bastard. Yeah. His will to win is incredible. What does that fruity tattoo on Ben's forehead say? It's probably his daughter's name or something. But I did say about it. When will he run out of space to tattoo? He'll probably get look, like Eubank's got a tattoo on his head to try and pretend he's got hair. Conor Bum had a beard implant. These people are freaks, man. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for being there. Oh, Eubank's been quite reasonable. Well, he has to be. He got beat up. He's got power, this kid. You know? And now they're going to be big friends. So I can't see a trilogy happening because it was just too clear a win. Ben Shalom is looking gutted, looking at the sky, going, what happened? Who have I upset? Oh, no. He just said, Conor Benn said it's the end of the Ben Eubank. And Eubank just went, well, it's 1-1, so we don't know. I'll have to go away and think about it. Come on, man. Oh, yeah, I said, Froch, forgot the most important question other day about the new tattoo. Yeah. Should be keep a lookout for Boxing Brexit with Ultratech after this fight. Okay, I will. I'll have a look. I know Ultratech. I don't know Boxing Brexit. I'll have a look. Eubank Jr. also had a beard transplant. It's both very fruity. There's a lot of fruitiness in boxing. A lot of fruitiness. Well, there we go. We don't need to see any more. We got a winner. A winner by far. I hope you followed my tip. It was 4-1. Thank you so much for all the fans. Thank you so much for all the fans. I've done 3.5 hours. I've been shown love by the fans. God bless you all. Increase the peace. Christ is King. Conor Benn and Nigel Benn are both Christians, actually, but I don't know if I believe it. How serious they are. It looks like there will definitely be a trilogy. Oh, please, no. God bless you, brother. This is Michael. Thank you, man. God bless you all. And peace in the Middle East. And I hope people got my tip. Good night.